Good morning, strangers. For some reason, that is completely broken. I don't know why. Anyway, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Arc Memory of Barbelo. We're back with Fried Jammin, Summer Snow, Kron, and Sidewinder. Forgive me as I log into this, and I have to do this because it's a thing. Say hi, everyone.
Hello,
Hola.
good morning.
Can you people remember where we left off last time?
Yes, we
Yes.
got to outside of Kumu Honwa. Honua? Oh my god, the words. And there's a sky ship and a fire. Did we?
That's pretty much right. That's
Yes,
what I have.
that's an excellent
that is
summary.
the last bullet point in my notes as well.
Given when we last left off, it's quite a dramatic moment. I believe, Silex, you were heading up the charge towards the Kumuhonua. That was it. You were heading up the charge towards Kumuhonua.
Yeah, we turned the corner, we came up the hill, and we see fire, and I'm not too happy, and I'm ready to full tilt sprint to my home.
Is everyone in the party following at that speed, or?
I would.
Yeah, I would. I'm seeing smoke. I'm seeing like a town of people. Something we don't know what's going off. I'm just assuming that the big blimp is there to help the people.
Yeah.
Like, why else would it be there? I mean, it's certainly not going to be there to attack or destroy the town at all.
Certainly not an unreasonable expectation. So, as you charge forwards, you start approaching onto the area of Hanua village. You progress onwards in such a way as to basically the actual village itself is on like a kind of slightly raised plateau area, aiding with defense, probably why it was built and structured there in the first place. And so as you approach, you don't get a good look into the village until you are up this platform. Silex, you would know this. This is, you know this area, you're quite familiar with it. As you are approaching, however, Silex, you notice that beyond the fact that there is a distinct lack of guards where you would expect them to be, there is also the issue of the noises that you're hearing, because you can hear gunshots raining out and people screaming and shouting within the bounds of the village.
I don't know if I can run faster, but if I can, I'm running faster.
Okay. So you are sprinting into Honua village proper, and as the party collectively like rounds the outside into the main point where they can see like the central square and area, you are going to come across
Holy shit.
this scene.
Holy.
Minerva Tass is stood there, staff forwards, with some kind of deep reddish purple energy erupting from it, locking this huge creature in place, this absolutely massive gargantuan thing with liquid poison and decay dripping from it. However, you note that it's not dripping properly. In fact, you notice between this powerful magical aura that's wrapped around it that some of these drips are kind of winding back briefly before shedding again and switching back and forth, and it seems as though this thing is currently, Gawain, you would probably be able to identify this given your background.
I can already guess.
Locked down by Minerva Tass's entropist abilities. You perhaps don't know the specific ability she's using, but she is definitely using some ability to simply deny this thing the ability to move. And every time you see a slight judder or twitch, you can practically feel just lashings of mana pouring off this thing. It, with whatever strength it has, is trying to fight Minerva Tass in these actions. And as you look around the area, you see soldiers shooting at small, like what looks like almost droplets of poison hanging in the air, blasting them out of the air, and trying to maneuver around civilians who are clearly trying to get away from there. There is a small group of soldiers around Minerva Task keeping her area clear, with a number of civilians being directed towards the side of the village where the airship is. You would know that an airship probably doesn't have capacity for everyone on the village. What are your immediate reactions to this scene as you arrive?
I
I'm
think
gonna
I'm
step
gonna be like,
back.
Minerva, we got here so quick. How did you get here before us?
There's an airship.
Oh, right,
It's
yeah.
hers.
Carry on.
But my immediate reaction is looking for civilians, people. I'm keeping an eye out for my mom, but I'm not specifically looking for her. I trust that she's able to take care of herself to some degree. I'm just trying to take care of the population. I'm not immediately concerned about the monster that is currently held yet.
Okay, so you would know a couple things. Obviously, this is like your hometown. So you know that this like surface area plateau is only like a small percentage of the village itself, right? Most of it, and the places where it would be most safe and where people would likely go to in an emergency, it would be the underground areas. In fact, you know there's specific shelters deep down there under the protection of the local spirit, which would be a place of guardianship.
Oh, yeah, we've got a local spirit here.
So can I see the main entrance to the underground from here?
Yeah,
Does it look like people are evacuating safely, or is the main entrance compromised?
From where you can see here, as you glance over, because you know the specific decides to be designed to be somewhat disguised, you can't necessarily see it in like perfect clarity with the trees and whatnot deliberately placed around it, but you can see its location, and you do see that there is decidedly what looks like small, about maybe man-sized dragon-like creatures either surrounding or attempting to enter the area near it.
Okay, so my immediate thing is I yell to the party, help Minerva in any way that you can, and I sprint off to defend the main entrance.
The party would notice that Minerva Tass is not paying any real attention to you guys. She is clear. Holding this thing back is occupying her full attention. The difficulty of holding this thing in place is, I mean, this is kind of insane, right?
She's doing pretty baller magic right now.
Yeah.
She's basically like, no, you're stuck in this moment in time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very, very intense.
Let's kill the dinosaur!
Now, obviously,
Yeah.
because it's stuck in time, you would also know that you guys can't do anything to it while it's stuck in time. Like, that's the kind of trade-off here, right?
Yeah.
It can't do anything, but you guys can't do anything to it. So she would have to drop that. As you kind of approach up to Minerva Tass, the soldier next to her will say, between ringing out shots at these poison motes nearby, and say that the lady is occupied. Who are you and can you help?
Never fear, Minerva, your man is here.
Oh my god.
I will destroy this Dionysus and
Can I study the Direxus?
Absolutely.
I would like
believe-
to see if I
I can't remember what it would be to roll that, but like you probably know
it's
some dice which would
insight
be
plus
appropriate.
insight, and we have
Okay.
a button for it actually, which is kind of nice.
Excellent. Insight plus
Great
insight,
roll.
a roll of 6. So, with a roll of 6, you don't have too much information about its background. You do manage to ascertain, however, that this thing is ridiculous. Just based on like pure gross muscle mass, you think it could kill everything here without trying.
Oh,
Okay. I think what we should do.
Run away. Yes,
think-
please.
I think you guys should work on evacuation, and I'm going to join the soldiers in
evacuating,
in
yes.
shooting down.
Immediately.
Like, basically try to avoid the poison drops, like hitting people, hitting houses, or whatever. Like, I'm going to do a better job at what they're doing than everyone else they are.
I can't see Minerva being able to keep this up forever. And
It's
if
true.
we can't take that thing out, I'm not exactly sure what we can do about it.
Well, I can think of only. All right, I've got another idea with regards to that. I guess. One is that we could give her our elixirs. That might help her hold him for longer. I think the answer is get everyone to safety before the spell wears off.
All right.
I don't think the answer is kill this thing.
There is also the situation of there being a spirit here, and Peleus can maybe interact with the spirit in some capacity to get its direct aid in solving this problem.
Yeah, so I think maybe Peleus and Silex should be working together, and me and Flink could work together, maybe?
You want me to stay here?
Your knives will can your knives break those up? Would be my question.
I guess I can try.
So, you would note, with regard to elixirs, that Minerva Tass is being supplied a steady amount of elixirs from her soldiers. Eventually, that's
Okay.
obviously going to run out, but they do seem fairly well equipped for holding this right now.
Okay.
The poison motes are around and about, and they're definitely guarding from them to a sufficient amount at this point in time. Obviously, that may change, but the situation right here upstairs seems stable enough. But Silex, you would know, they wouldn't have any special knowledge about like underground. They would have no knowledge of that, especially in an emergency. It's very possible that they haven't even thought about it, right?
Yeah, of course. Which is why I am headed there, because this situation is
Yes.
stable for the time being. We would like to have as little problems to deal with when this becomes a problem.
Understand.
Agreed.
Is anyone going with Silex?
I think I'm supposed to be going with Silex.
Honestly, we could all go, or y'all can leave me here. Like, I'm the only one with a gun. I'm the only one who can actually help with this other thing.
Yeah, I don't want to leave my boy.
But you can leave me, it's fine.
Should we not just try
with
to get
Silex.
the innocents downstairs? Underground, that are still outside here.
Yeah, but okay, we can do that. Why don't you and I do that while they go down there? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Save everyone up here.
Yeah. They go secure the evacuation area while we get everyone to it.
Okay,
With the
so
intent to all meet up again.
your plan is to get people downstairs as opposed to the airship.
I think
That's
so.
my
They're
plan.
they're already
Okay.
doing that. So
Yeah.
why funnel people that won't fit onto the airship to the airship?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Perfectly reasonable. I'm just, it's an emergency situation. There's a lot of stuff in motion,
Yeah.
right?
Silex has given me a lot of information. This is what we're going with. I
All
think.
right.
Okay, so Silex, Peleus, you are heading towards the entry point to the underground, where you have seen some creatures head down, as far as you could tell from your initial viewpoint. Gawain, Flink, you are trying to cover the top area and open up a route to the underground area. In doing that, could you both give me attack rolls? We're not going to worry about the damage, but attack rolls, whatever your attack would be with the weapon, as a representation of your skill for the situation.
Just an attack roll.
Yes.
I think that's appropriate for me.
We'll
Okay,
just
so-
claim it's a kunai problem. It's not about you.
Yeah.
Gawain, you are able to, while moving, I imagine you probably at this juncture stow your shield so you can use like a dual-handed grip. And while moving, you're able to essentially shoot a path from over the top of most of the civilians that you can see, and are able to clear essentially an area where people can start moving to their evacuation points. This allows a few more people to make it towards the underground. Flink, you just can't seem to make your kunai do what they need to do on the targets. They hit, but they don't kill, right?
My hands are so shaky. I don't think I have a good grip right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a terrifying monster over there. There's these poison motes going on. There's absolute chaos everywhere. This is not what you're, set up for, right?
I didn't sign up for this. Not that I signed up for anything.
So, Silex and Peleus, you make your way to the underground entryway, and you are able to start navigating your way through that. Flink, Gawain, you feel like you've cleared this immediate area for now, and you can't see any more civilians around. What is your next objective after that?
Just probably follow the people we did save.
Make sure they're safe.
Okay, so essentially there is Peleus and Silex in the front, probably some civilians, and then you guys kind of in behind as you sprint downstairs. Okay.
Yeah, everyone we managed to get, and then it's like we're in hiking formation after this with the helpless people between us.
Gotcha. Okay, so
and the ranged attackers bringing up the rear. This is actually working out pretty well.
So you are going to make your way into the underground area.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
This is the party. This is the main entry path that you've just arrived down. You can hear from down here that there is noise and shouting, and there is definitely movement down here. It is chaotic. And with the way that sounds reverberate underground, it's actually really difficult to identify exactly where sounds are coming from. Silex, you would know that the general arrangement of this area would have you going approximately east, then southeast, then east again would get you to the shelter area. I'll give you rough guides as to where you think you should be going because you should know this area well enough. Given the chaos that it's in, you're not going to have perfect information though. But the sounds make it difficult to identify where necessarily anything is, but you can definitely hear that there are monsters or creatures down here by the sounds of them. So elect one of your party to be in control of the thing.
I guess I'll be in control of the thing.
Excellent.
Yes.
As you may notice, there is a clock in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen noting the devastation of Hanua. That clock is going to represent essentially how much time you expend doing whatever it is you do down here until you reach a resolution which either mitigates that or you all do your best to simply leave.
All right.
Everything you do down here may cost you time. Generally, I'll make that clear. Sometimes you'll just get screwed. And also, doubling back on yourself significantly will also cost you time.
Okay.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Hmm.
Okay.
Indeed.
So, as you see down, just to your right, this is the main pathway down. You go east for a bit at the very least, and then there'll be some paths south that you'll want to take to start navigating towards the shelter area with the civilians you've got in tow.
So can we just start walking until we find something?
That's the case.
Get me away from that thing.
All right, beautiful.
So, as you move to this point, you notice that the first point that would allow you to go south, and you know this route would normally be a quick cut through to start heading south, is actually blocked by fallen rocks. This is part of the deliberate defensive mechanisms laid down here. It was clearly sprung as some kind of trap, and you can tell that due to the crushed, the crushed poison dragon monster split between the rocks. You could try and navigate your way through here and move the debris out the way, or you could continue east and hope for maybe a clear route that way.
So wait, there are more of them than just the one on top?
These are the smaller ones. The Direxus was that's like 2 stories tall.
These are like
Rexus
velociraptors.
creatures.
That's the T-Rex.
That's the T-Rex.
That's the kind of scale you work in. These are like more velociraptor things. They look like they're probably related based on the mangled corpses you can see.
Yeah, that information calms me down, sure.
I know that there is a way to still get there going east, right?
Yes, whether that's clear or not, obviously you don't know. So the essential dynamic here is like, do you take the thing that will definitely cost you time, or do
would
you
it
hope?
be intentionally? I think this is something you would know. So this is an intentional obstruction, right? This fallen rocks. Would there be an intentional obstruction further down? I guess is my question.
Yes, there would be many.
Then we should probably just assume they've been triggered, right?
And so we should just move through the rocks. That's what you want to do.
Well, I'm asking based on what you just told me. Yes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like I'm making sense to you guys?
Yep.
Okay.
As much as I want to take people to the end of the tunnel, it's safe to assume, because we saw a number move in here, a number of monsters, assume that every trap has been sprung.
It's not unreasonable. You know that there's a lot of deliberate traps and defensive points, specifically because this is meant to be like the defensive encampment. Like this is both a residential trading area and like defensive area as well.
Honestly, going through a sprung trap, sounds safer than potentially going through a non-sprung trap.
Fair.
Well, they wouldn't be triggered on us.
Yeah, they're generally manually triggered.
Well, in that
it's
case,
not like my home is booby-trapped.
Yeah, I was suggesting that like they may like if they've already used this trap, they may have already used all the other ones as well. I was just asking Silex for a judgment.
Yeah, it long term, it's probably better to just move through the rocks.
Let's do it.
right?
Okay. Are you just using pure manpower to get through this? You do have a bunch of civilians with you that could probably help, or are you using some kind of technique to get through these?
My elemental manipulation is not sophisticated enough to really do much to rocks of this size, so it really is just like pulverize smaller bits and move bigger stuff out of the way.
Okay. So you're just going to essentially use brute force where necessary. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you spend your time, you break through the rocks, and you move through them. You've now created a path through these so that if you need to travel back, it's not going to cost you the same amount of time.
Good.
Okay, good.
Worth.
You can hear from where you are right now, just to your immediate east, you can hear a kind of wet noise, which is not something that you would expect down here. A sound of perhaps dripping. And to your west, you think you can hear the sound of something beating on wood.
The beating on wood, like, is that a human sound? Do you recognize?
It is not a human sound.
Okay.
But you have run past some wooden doors here.
So it sounds like there's a monster trying to get into a building versus there's just a monster standing doing something to our east versus our west.
That's
shelter,
approximately the situation.
Yeah. The shelter is east.
It's very
south.
far east. So the shelter from this point is a bit south and very far east.
I want to save everybody.
Yeah,
we need to
east.
check. We need to check the west first. The west is where the knocking is coming from. Maybe the monster will get out of the way. We won't have to fight it immediately coming back. Maybe it'll follow us and we'll end up fighting them at the same time, but we need to try and save the villager. Whoever is on the left who could be in trouble.
You're in charge. I'm just following your orders.
All right, we're going this way. We find monster.
Indeed, you do find a monster. There is one of the smaller dragon-like creatures that appears to be clawing at a door just here. They have made most of their way through it. There is,
Do they have
however,
a clear path to us? Oh, sorry. I'm just an idiot. You keep going.
they could move to attack you from there, though they seem distracted by whatever they're dealing with here. There is, of course, another path around here where you don't hear any noise from, and you know instinctively that this is a setup of various small holding merchants. There's probably no one there, and it's quite possibly an empty path, because given you can't hear any noises down this way.
Sounds like Flink's playground.
So your choice here is essentially deliberately engage this thing here, or maybe ignore it, or hope to gain an advantage by attacking from the other side.
If we go around, there's probably not going to be time to, like, it's going to get through the door and do whatever it wants to do by the time we get around the other side.
Yes.
So we still have a group of civilians with us, and we didn't want them to go fight the monster alone. The group with us, to what degree are they combat capable? I'm assuming we have like a lot of children.
They are not combat capable. There
okay.
are perhaps a few, like,
who could theoretically do something.
Yeah,
but
people who were in, like, manual labor jobs, perhaps, but the majority of them don't even have weapons.
Okay. Which, for people from my village, wouldn't be the biggest problem, but it's enough. They're not trained. Okay. So
Yeah,
we can't
exactly.
expect them to be able to overwhelm a monster just on their own.
Exactly. If you could...
The buff octogenarians are not going to be able to do that much.
They won't, like, if they get attacked, they won't die immediately, right? Like, you will have time to move back and deal with that problem. You know, they're not completely useless, especially.
But they're not
with
just
a group
going
of
to
them.
beat up monsters on their own.
Yeah, like, they are not fighting on your behalf.
Okay, so I direct Flink, take the villagers to the west, take them around. We will deal with the monster here and meet with you on the other side.
Well, it's about saving civilians, so
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not
I'll do what has to be
just
done.
avoiding combat for you.
I figured that this would be an agreeable plan.
Okay,
I
so
will do
Flink
what must have done.
will take the civilians around the outside here. And the party themselves will engage with the monster. This is the monster that was clawing at the door with the same kind of, like, poison drip that you could see from the monster above, except this time now fully animate and active. You ready your weapons and charge. At the last moment, pulling it away from the door, pulling its attention away from the door.
Oh, wow. That is one nasty boy.
Ugly.
Yeah.
Okay,
A
who acts
face
first?
only a mother could use for radio.
I'm running past the wall. I'm pulling my shields out of it and screaming, "Get out of my home!"
Amazing.
And we're gonna just twin shield. Can I click it from here? Hell yeah, I can.
Incredible. Okay, so 14 to hit. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Guys,
Big dice, baby.
that is indeed big dice. That is just a straight hit. You impact them with a resonant blast of pure earthen energy. The sheer kineticism of it splashing flesh away in a strangely unnatural way, as if the flesh isn't quite cohesive. Like, you would expect it to be impacted, certain. You wouldn't expect it to splash, right?
Can I condemn it? Like, at
It's
all.
very unlikely you can condemn it because I don't believe
Yeah.
it would understand.
Understandable.
Its action is going to be to call a poison mote. These, as it disgorges from its own body, are the gross, horrifying creatures you've been seeing all around it. This one is apparently embarrassed. Understandable, though. It's kind of sad looking.
Oh,
Oh,
they're beautiful.
it's throwing its balls at us.
Yeah, it's just like the one kid from My
Pelias,
Hero.
Gawain, your actions.
I'm gonna shoot the poison mote,
Excellent.
since I'm gonna assume that might be difficult for everyone else.
It is a floating creature, which may dissuade some challenges. With an 11 to hit, that is a hit. You do damage. It is made decidedly unhappy.
Terrible roll, doesn't matter.
The embarrassed poison mote will not act this turn because it was called into existence this turn. Pelias, it's your turn.
All right. Since I don't think I can do anything with my orator skills against it, I think I'd be better. I don't want to call up Nanto because that's going to cost a load of points, so I think I'm just better hitting it. So staff.
Is this versus the mote?
Yes.
Okay, versus the mote. That is a 7 is a miss versus the mote.
Okay.
So we'll move into the next round.
I guess. Gawain, do you want to go first?
Sure, I'm gonna shoot the mote again, because
Excellent.
it seems small and easy to kill.
God, you're just rolling
Beautiful.
disgusting.
The +3 earlier was very helpful, I think.
Yes, it's fantastic. You are
Yeah, I
going
rolled
to
an
hit a
8.
lot.
It's not good.
Yeah, I mean, you rolled an 8 plus a 6.
Character
That's actually
designed to do one thing does thing well. More at 10.
Yeah. Shocking. Okay, you impact with a resounding effectiveness on this thing. It is clearly heavily injured. Bits of it are just slopping to the ground. And it will actually take its action now, and given Silex's proximity, it is going to attempt to ooze onto Silex. That is an 8 to hit, which is a miss. It does not manage to effectively ooze upon you as you readily take your shield and just flick the poison gunk away. Silex, Pelias?
I'm going to try and hit the moat thing again with my staff.
Excellent. There's a 12 to hit. That is a resounding strike as you blow it out of existence.
Yes!
The magical strike just evaporating the thing.
My magical stun gun.
Okay, it is the Parexis's action this time. And it is going to use, seeing that it's clearly outmatched by this group of targets, it's going to use its poison breath versus 3 targets. This is targeting your magic
Unsubscribe.
defense.
Whoa!
That definitely hits.
That's disgusting.
Oh!
It expends all of its MP on this.
Owie.
I wasn't expecting it to roll that high, but
Fine.
it happens.
I wasn't expecting 10 on the insight dice. That's surprising. Cool.
Magically oriented.
Well, anyway,
much
it's the
stronger
party's
than I thought.
actions.
I should be last, so I'm going to hit him back.
An 8 is not enough.
Yeah, I imagine that's a miss. I don't think I'm going to use a Fabula point here. I think we're good. So we're just going to let this whiff.
Okay.
The breath was too much. I've lost track of my target.
Yeah, he vaped all over us. I just want to point out that Silex currently has my max HP. He's so thick.
Just tank things.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, he takes a massive hit and he's like, yeah, I'm fine. No worries. But okay, we will extend into the next round. All right, Gawain, A 10 definitely hits the target.
wow.
You deploy 14 damage to the target.
Yeah, I'm
Effectively
just gonna
injuring
keep.
it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep dumping damage into it whenever I can.
Understandable. It, for its turn, is going to use a vicious bite against Silex.
Nice
It's
try.
an 8. It misses.
And I will take my opportunity immediately following his miss to hit him in the head.
Excellent. Pummel his.
Die. Almost my crit.
That is horrifying.
Ah, there we go.
Rolling max damage, feel good, man.
You just pump its skull into oblivion. It is nothing but a squishy mess on the ground at this juncture. The combat is ended.
All right, let's see how we did on time.
Because you were not navigating around with any extra people, you actually just have charged straight through that. You don't have to really delay on anything. You're able to now, obviously, the creature no longer able to open the door. You're now able to communicate with the person inside and let them know that they can come with you. They are deeply thankful and will join the rest of your group as you both.
All right, we
perfect.
gain +1 villager.
You gain +1 villager as you both end up collecting yourself and joining up with Flink down here.
That's something rough in there.
It was probably a very smart choice to split up the group, because if that poison breath had hit the civilians, there's a fair chance that most of them would be dead.
Yeah, that I feel like I've made a good choice.
Yeah.
I am going to take this opportunity to use a remedy on myself.
Understandable. I would also note that because you have killed this monster, there is this path here potentially to navigate. Or you could navigate slightly more suddenly. You believe that it's
That's
like
annoying.
as the crow flies, it's a straight shot east to
From where we are now.
From where you are now, and you know that in any other circumstances, you could take either of these paths to get where you want to go.
That door. Where did that door lead? Like that hallway up there?
So there was a door into a building in this block here.
Oh, it was on that side. Okay.
Yeah. But there was a second path that you could go down to the east here.
Basically, my question is, would there be more potential traps? Is there more like points of interest on the southern side or on the north side of this this housing section?
The north side is one of the more dense areas, so you'll probably, if you're going to run into like just stuff, it's going to be on the north side.
Okay, so we should take the south side.
Alternate theory, we've already cleared out what was up there.
That's true, but from where we are, it is a straight shot if we just go east.
Yeah. All right, do it.
There was a monster. Okay, we're just committing.
Okay.
There's a monster.
Okay, beautiful. There is a creature ahead of you. You can see another one of these Paraxuses. This time, it seems to be wandering around with some motes. Your, more talented underground eyesight, Silex, allows you to see this thing without being spotted. So you don't have to engage this thing.
Okay. Backtracking wastes time.
Go the other way.
In this specific case, I was going to say, in this specific case, it's probably not going to waste too much.
Okay. We should probably just go around.
We don't want to drag people towards this.
Yeah, no. Oh dear.
I'll cover our retreat.
Okay.
I've got the pistol, I can like pop a moat and run kind of thing.
Excellent. Okay, so you cover the retreat. The monster doesn't seem to have taken an interest in you yet. It does seem surprisingly stupid. This one is gone, so we'll put that out of existence.
I was concerned that the other one had ambushed us.
No.
They
He was only
respawn.
faking. He was pretending to be dead. Gotcha, bitch.
So you can navigate this way, and this is like a fairly dense area. So as you get here, you can hear now the dripping noise that you heard earlier, and there is just a horde of moats sitting in the section in the middle here. However, they don't seem to be trending towards anything
They're
at
just
this juncture. They're just kind of sitting there. You could try and deal with them, or you could just tell everyone to be very quiet and not make too much noise.
Sneak.
I don't have AoE damage, so
None
shall
of-
be quiet.
I don't think any of us have AoE damage.
Yeah.
I think I'm also going to just swig a remedy before I. If we're going to get into a fight at any point soon, I am not great on my health. So where's my remedy? It's in inventory, isn't it?
Yeah, you can just click on the
yes.
one that I used earlier.
So I guess we just
Right, there we go.
this the thing is directly across from us. Is that fallen rocks
yes,
or
sir.
is that
So yes, you can see directly across from you. There do seem to be fallen
okay.
rocks from a trapped thing. Also to the south, there is a store which seems to have been completely untouched. If you really needed to, and if you thought it was prudent, you could probably acquire some inventory points from that location.
We travel through the store? That's my question.
Yeah. I would imagine not.
Wait, there's
Come on,
literally.
there's got to be like a window.
Wait.
Like, can we go in there and out a window?
Wait. We can fix this. We have Fabula points. That's what they're for.
Sure.
Certainly, that's an
Do
option.
it.
This is my
Do it,
home,
Silex.
so I'm gonna use a Fabula point. There is like this store in particular is like a walkthrough bazaar type thing,
Okay.
and you can walk through it to get to the other side, to the east.
Okay.
It makes like a bend.
Okay, understandable. Okay, so I'm presuming that's the path you intend to take then. So you spend a Fabula point.
Yes, we go quietly.
You carefully navigate your way through. As you navigate through the store, you do have
Hold
the
on.
option to acquire some inventory points
Yeah, thank you.
on
Okay.
the way.
Can I-
However, doing so will slow you down because you need to like sort through the stuff and grab what
Yeah.
you need.
I'm
gonna
moving
say worth-
through with the assumption that we're not picking up gear.
Me and Flink will catch up.
I mean, I can probably just take things without slowing anybody down.
I think if you're wanting to get an inventory point restock, it is going to cost you time to go through here. Like, that's simple as it is.
Damn it.
But it may well be worth it, considering that beating you took in the Paraxis fight. For reference, you are about, once you leave the store, you'll be about halfway to the shelter.
Okay. So we have the potential for like 2-ish more encounters, I would imagine, based on the frequency of enemies we've been running into. I
That
still have full
feels about
inventory
right.
points, so I don't feel the need to stop. I know that Peleus and Gawain have
We've
used stuff.
we've all used items.
Has Flink used an item too?
I haven't.
Flink used some yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
they
like-
haven't come back. Yeah, because we haven't been able to restock.
It would also give you the opportunity to use a remedy yourself to make sure you're topped off.
Yeah, I think
worth
we
it.
I think we can afford to do it. Take some time, check in on the civilians, make sure everyone's okay. If anyone came in with an injury, we can like briefly address it, sort of thing. We have a moment of peace.
I mean,
And
as
you
well,
also...
I'm gonna elixir myself too.
Excellent. So by using some items and doing so, you are going to cost yourself a point of time, but you are going to be allowed to use some items, and then subsequently, you may recover up to 6 inventory points.
Oh, sweet. In that case, I'm
Uh,
elixiring as well.
Character?
Yeah. Me and Peleus do the same thing.
Per character.
Remedy,
So
elixir.
each of you may recover up to 6 inventory points.
Yeah, so since I'm
All right.
full, I could use an elixir and a remedy and then go back to full.
Yes.
So I'll just hit rest. Okay.
Excellent.
Everyone's okay. Civilians are fine. We push east.
Excellent. Okay, so you push east through to here. As you get to this point, you notice that there is a ransacked and destroyed store just here. Potentially, if it wasn't for the fact that you just
Just resupplied.
there would potentially be a reason for you to be caring about that broken store, because it may allow you to recover inventory points by spending time to search. However, instead, you come across an eastern section here, which is where it looks like a bakery here has had its furnace, the side of its furnace has broken out. You're unsure if that was like an intended trap or whether it was a like a fault of it being ignored in an emergency. But nonetheless, there are hot rocks and fire and fuel spraying spilled across the way.
Can I use Elemental Shroud to either put the fire out or allow us all to pass through?
It would cost a lot of MP to cover everyone.
Yeah, technically to cover every single person would be like actually impossible. Raw?
Right.
It's kind of why I was asking, like,
But
it's a weird
that's
application.
what I'm...
Feel free to
I
just
get
say
it.
no.
Is there
I'm
any
not against you using it, it's just that would be quite MP expensive.
is there any possible way that I could use a Fabula point to use Nanto to get rid of the fire?
I think that would be a use case of Arcanist Ritualism, which you,
I
believe, have purchased.
I've got the first one, haven't I?
Yeah, you don't have the Ritualism. I think that's Ritualism
right.
to me.
Right, in that case.
Because that's like using magical power that you're lending from your spirits to do something.
Yeah.
And Control of Fire is, I think, that thing. As opposed to the raw combat stuff. So here's the thing. I will let you spend, I think, let's say 25 MP, and you could bring up Shroud and get through that just without a concern.
I'm in.
Okay,
We'll
if that's what you want to do, you spend 25 MP, and you are able to simply cross past the fire in quick, expeditious
I'm visibly uncomfortable, and I like slowly lag into the middle of the group instead of leading it like I was crossing through the fire. But with the Elemental Shroud, we don't have an issue.
Okay, so you've now moved to the more easterly point. As you look to the south, there's another horde of these moats. Based on your knowledge of the area, that you could either go north and east, and if you went further north, you'd go through the reservoir and then to the potential sanctum of the spirit. Or if you went south and east, you'd go to the shelter. So you basically got like north and east.
Yeah,
is one path. South and east is another path to the shelter, and then north and continuing round is the reservoir and the sanctuary.
We need to split up.
I think we should check on the people first.
I think it would be time efficient. How big is the horde?
From where you are,
is it just like an endless minefield that we can't see the end of, or is it like a dozen?
There are at least 4 that you can readily identify.
I think we can take it.
I feel like we could send Peleus and Flink to the Sanctum while Silex and I fight our way to the shelter.
This might be manageable. We might be able to do this.
I just want to point out that if the enemy has targeted the Sanctum, because if you remember correctly, the last time some weird shit happened,
I guess that's
and
true.
Minerva Tass was following them.
My thought was mostly that we need to get Peleus to the Sanctum as fast as we can, because that's the actual win con. Despite us wanting to save people, I think the actual win condition is getting Peleus to the Sanctum.
With the only decision-making point is it more efficient for all of us to go together to get people to safety and then all go together to the Sanctum? Or do we think that we can each solve whatever hurdles we're going to run into by splitting up?
And I think we're going to have a boss battle at both places. So I feel like we should stick together.
If Peleus wants to stick together, wants to see people to the end, we stick together and see this through to the end. So we're going to have to address this horde. We need to get to the shelter. I'm concerned. I think we just have to fight and hope we can put them down fast enough before they hurt anybody. We can't really send them anywhere.
The moats are not dangerous in the same way that the
At least from what we've seen. We don't know if they can do other things.
Just don't let them near. Just don't let them near.
All 4 of us need to be up front, and we need to do this fast.
Okay, so you are presumably splitting slightly from the civilians and keeping them at some distance while you charge in and go to take out the horde.
Oh, man.
Give me a second while I grab all your dudes.
So many clocks.
I'm really glad that I've hopefully managed to convey like an actual sense of, urgency.
Good.
Yes.
Definitely.
Clock mechanic, good.
Both of the decision making and just like narratively.
I've been thinking
mechanics always make me scared in games, so yeah.
I've been feeling like we're going through this. It feels very much like the fight against the collectors.
I mean, I was trying to pull from a lot of sources about how it would make this narratively interesting. So you see before you a number of moats. As you approach, they start mindlessly drifting towards you. Now, simply as a matter of time expended and having gone through 2 engagements now, you will nonetheless get 1 additional point on the clock. But no, assuming you don't spend like 20 rounds on this fight, no additional time on the clock for going through the second engagement. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so let us begin combat. The moats drift gently towards you. Who acts first?
I'll never not shoot something.
Okay, we're shooting. Who are we shooting?
I'll shoot the evil one. I'm sworn to
the
fight
evil. Excellent. You're sworn to fight evil. You impact it readily, putting rounds down range. It is not put into crisis, but it is nonetheless injured severely. The evil poison moat will, in its turn, attempt to. Oh, it's actually going to attempt to do something horrifying to Gawain. Gawain, the evil poison moat is going to attempt to engulf you.
I don't like that. This is vor. Also, does that sign say stew?
It does say stew.
God, I'm hungry.
It misses.
Also, I'm confident that misses.
It misses with a 5 to hit. It misses, and it effectively does nothing as it sweeps out to try and engage you. As it wasn't successful, it is not destroyed. But you feel like if it was successful, it would be destroyed.
Okay.
Based on the information, or based on the methodology of its attack and your interaction with monsters. Okay, whose character is next?
I'm gonna staff one.
Excellent. The same evil poison moat?
Yep. Right in the ball.
Excellent. That you attempt to swing the staff, striking at its ball, but you're habitually striking for the ball of a humanoid, and the ball of this thing is significantly higher up.
Can I spend a Fabula point to try again?
On what context? What are you invoking?
Under the context that it went from a boy.
Is that? I mean, that would be a bond, surely.
Yeah.
Oh, that would only adjust it by 1 upon spending the Fabula point, because your bond is only 1.
You need to invoke your identity, theme, or origin if you want to reroll.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I can't think of anything for identity or theme.
Understandable.
All right. In that case, I'll let it go past.
Excellent. The Furious Poison Moat is going to target Silex by dripping on him, and with an 8 will miss. Silex, Flink,
right.
You're up.
You go. You got this, Flink.
I got this. I'm going to throw 2 kunais. Ideally. Evil poison mode. Not hesitating. Eat this.
That is a decided hit. Is now in crisis as his kunai is impaled upon it.
Right, I got another one.
Nice.
An 11 is another decided hit. 4 damage is applied. 8 damage total. You are whittling it down as bits of pseudo flesh weep from the thing. the enraged poison moat will attempt to target. I can't put him where I want to put him. There we go. Will attempt to target Peleus with the engulf action.
Gross.
That's a 5 to hit, which is a miss. Again, that's the same roll as that's kind of
Exactly
amusingly
the
unlikely. It's not common and really. Well, okay, sure, nice, good.
The dice aren't stuck, are they?
No, Silex, you're up.
All right, I'm just gonna smash the enraged poison moat because it is closer.
Excellent.
It's lowered to the
10 to
ground. I
hit.
feel like nice.
Is a hit. You do 15 physical damage, impacting it severely. The curious poison moat will ooze upon Flink and miss with an 8.
Ooh, that was close.
Turn over.
All right, so new round. I think I'm gonna go first this time. I'm gonna smash the enraged poison mode again while I've got my
Okay.
hands on it.
Excellent. So you're just like comboing this thing. 7 to
choking.
hit is not enough.
Yeah. I feel like it's close.
Your feeling would be correct.
Costs a Fabula
Do it.
point if I invoke a bond, doesn't it?
It does.
I feel like we can do this. We're going to invoke. Should be enough. We can invoke our bond to Peleus. This is the one that's
You
attacking
can. That
him.
would increase it by 1 and make it a hit if you expend that Fabula point.
All right, I'm doing it.
Excellent. So that now becomes a hit. You impact the enraged poison moat after it tries to assault Peleus. You're just tearing at it with these shields, just pummeling it. Sharp, vicious earth spikes ripping pseudo-flesh from piece to piece. The enraged poison moat will do its best to inflict revenge upon you by attempting to engulf you, and rolling an 11 will miss. Because that's just what they do.
Yep.
They suck.
They're just
Bossy.
here to get in our way and take up our time.
Yep. Which they are doing successfully.
All right, so that one is still there's 2 in crisis.
Yep.
There are 2 in crisis.
All right, I'm gonna shoot the one that I've been dealing with.
Okay, evil poison
Evil
moat
one.
with a 15 gets hit and is killed.
Finally,
You execute it, splattering it across the wall.
I'm running to the open area. Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, the thing just called out, "What? Where are my legs?" Which, to the ball moat, makes total sense, as it does not have legs.
I shot his legs off. It happened so fast, you guys didn't even see when he had legs.
All of them. You got all 4 of them at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Step 1, bam, 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 all done.
One
Yeah.
shot, 4 legs.
Okay, so the Furious Poison Moat will target Flink and attempt to ooze upon Flink. And with a 6 will miss. Peleus, Flink, you're up.
All right, I had enough of this. I'm going to guard. I'm
Excellent.
hiding.
You are
I'm hiding in the
guarding
corner.
and hiding. Which means the Curious Poison Moat will attempt to ooze on Peleus. We'll miss with a 7. Look, these guys actually have enough dice to theoretically hit. I just want to point that out. They're just not rolling it, though.
We've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I believe you.
I mean, they got
They're
11
going
on
around
me.
very
It's just
slowly.
like not the person to try and
Yeah.
roll on.
Yeah, exactly. Peleus, your action.
All right, I'm gonna hit the enraged poison moat with my stick.
Ooh.
Ah!
Favorite enemy,
Oh,
poison
a 6
moat.
misses.
Ah! And I've still not figured out a reason why to spend a Fabula point.
Yeah, it's like you've got some stuff that works
mean,
great for some
you're-
stuff, not so much in combat.
Your duty is pretty vague. I'm just saying.
You would need +2 to hit, though.
Yeah, I don't have another fifth thing.
It is what
okay.
it is. We shall continue on to the next round.
I'm too distracted. I need to know who Steve is.
Flink, are you going to kill someone? I want to see you kill
I should
someone.
wait.
You should wait? Okay.
Yeah, I'm guarding. I should wait.
Okay. Understandable.
Like strategically, at least.
Gawain, you want to shoot
Maximum
someone?
value, yeah.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I didn't know what round we were on.
We started a new round.
Look, I will never not push the button.
No, good. Are you targeting one in particular?
I'm going to target the one that is enraged.
Excellent. You target the enraged poison moat. And when 11 to hit, you impact it and kill it.
Nice.
Yeah, just so you guys know, if you spend points to give this thing legs, I will shoot them off. So don't bother.
But the comedic value.
Gwen is acted. It is going to be the Furious Poison Moat, who will target Silex with an ooze and roll a 4 to hit, missing shamefully.
It's actually D4 on the insight, believe it or not.
Showing these guys can hit, they just choose not to, right? Like they're just
They're very slow.
Wow.
They're just
That's like
slowly
abusive.
buzzing around us.
I think it's appropriate for them. Like they're a hazard more than like an active threat.
certainly.
They kind of remind me of like 60s sci-fi villain props.
Yeah. They're Eden Prime gas bags.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, getting engulfed and then a poison breath on you would have been very painful. Obviously, they're never
Yeah.
going to hit the engulf, but you know, it's separate issues, right? Anyway, party gets
I mean,
axed.
like honestly, if we got hit by one of those early engulfs, like that was pretty scary. Actually, it's like now you're kind of getting bopped by everything.
All right, I'm going after the Furious Moat.
Excellent.
Let me back my attack. There we go. Ooh, we
You roll a
whiff. He's too
3 to
high.
hit and miss.
I can't get him.
He's just bobbing around above you, just dripping poison, and you can't, like, between the fact that you have to deal with shielding yourself from the poison, you can't, like, get the wall jump to smash this idiot.
I'm so glad you understand that if I was hitting, I was jumping off that wall.
I mean, of course you were.
I can't even fumble that low.
All right, the Curious Poison Moat will, it's going to slowly attempt to drift over to Gawain and then engulf Gawain. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, it's a crit, so does it auto hit? Because that doesn't hit.
That doesn't hit?
No, I have 13 defense.
I think it gets an opportunity, but doesn't. Like,
Okay.
my understanding is it gains an opportunity, but doesn't thing. But I'll double check, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
pretty
see
sure
if
you're
one
right.
of its opportunities can also get it the hit. Yeah, I'm
Opportunities can be
deceptively
nasty.
tanky. The D10 dex with a shield is deceptively tanky.
If I wanted to be truly just bulk, I would have taken Dex. It would have made me even tankier.
Oh yeah, it would have been really funny, yeah, for sure. But the character is much better served this way.
Yeah. I gotta do damage somehow. I gotta be strong.
Nah, I think you're doing the perfect thing.
I have just checked. In actuality, a critical success means you hit your target regardless of their defense.
Nice.
They also
Ooh.
generate opportunities.
All right.
Cool.
So it gains
well,
an
he explodes
opportunity.
and dies.
He does die. He does also generate an opportunity. And does impact you with 11 poison damage. And you also currently have vulnerability to poison.
Right. From now on, right? Or do I take 22?
It's the vulnerability happens after the hit.
Okay. All right. Hey, I've killed 3 of them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
The carry.
I jumped into the 3rd one. It's just a body slam.
Peleus, Flink, you're up.
Yeah, my time to shine. Oh, God.
8 to hit. It's enough.
It's enough! Oh, God!
It's working.
The kunai strikes the target.
Take that off and take the second one. Yeah,
It's enough. It's a hit. A 13.
good. All
Does
right, now
4
I can
additional damage. You've done 18 damage to this thing.
Wow.
There we
That's
go.
amazing. That's outside of effective damage the most any of us have ever done.
Well, It takes a turn to charge up, so.
It's my max
Pelias, it's your
damage
turn.
roll. It's just my casual auto attack max damage.
In that case, I'm going to. I think I'll encourage Gawain.
Okay. As per there, you now recover 10 hit points, Gawain, and I'm assuming you are choosing to increase your dexterity.
Yes. You know
Excellent.
it, AE.
Okay.
Yes, up.
Party gets to act.
Not that it matters, because it still can only hit on a crit.
That's yeah. Yeah.
Well,
It's a 16. That's 16 to hit, 17 physical damage. That's disgusting. It's not
Wow.
dead though. It's not
Like
dead.
I said, if I roll a 10 on dex, it's 18 every time.
Yep.
And I think it's
Oh, that's
also
terrifying.
impossible for me to miss against most targets with the 10 on dex, because that means it's a 14 to
Yeah.
hit minimum.
I love how explosive
pretty
the
rough.
damage is in this.
Yeah.
Okay, the Furious Poison Mote takes what is almost certainly its last action. It will attempt to ooze onto Gawain, using the opportunity with the poison that you've been engulfed by, distracting you briefly as it tries to ooze upon you. So that's a +4 on that, so that's 14 to hit.
Ooh. I think I'll take this hit.
Okay, Silex, you protect Gawain.
Yes.
So the 14 is
Yeah.
now targeted against you. I believe the 14 is a hit, so you take 12 damage? Or
Do hit. Yes.
okay. You're not
Well, I
quite...
take
That-
10.
Yeah, instead of 24. Very nice. Thank you.
Got my bro.
You know, if I hadn't attacked, that would have missed. Because I would have had 15 from the dex up. So.
You don't lose the dex up for attack. You lose the dex up when Pelias takes the next turn.
Oh, it's on Pelias' turn, not my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that would have missed me. So just take
okay,
nothing.
it's a miss.
Oh.
Never mind, it's just a miss.
All right then.
Get
Undo.
that health right back. Gawain, I hate you.
No issues then.
All right.
Just attack me with magic, you know, it'll be fine.
Between the three of you, there is no way you don't kill this poison mote. And so I'm going to resolve the combat there. It took its
Okay.
action, and you pummel it. Between you, stuffing kunai, staff, and shields, you Fuck, Samana.
Jump up and dunk him.
Between the three of you, you leap up. Okay, Silas leaps up and dunks him. Pelias
Yes.
pummels him. And Flink just finishes it with the last two kunai. The fight has ended. You
Perfect.
got through that with a decent amount of expedience. You almost took damage.
I mean, Gawain took damage. It happened.
I mean, theoretically.
I took 11 damage from
Yeah.
Vegemite.
What is the narrative declaration we're making, Darkly Fox? I wanted to give the narrative declaration audio trigger, so it just says Vegemite. When
What?
yeah, it will be on stream. Whenever there's someone triggers the narrative declaration, the poison monster was calmed and left and lived in a farm, chilling ever after. I
I have
mean,
questions about poison and farms, but
uh,
other than that, I'm
like,
here.
I guess we know where to
Hey.
find poison monsters from now on.
Okay. Yeah, so you dunk it, right? And you take it out, and obviously, you know, you've destroyed most of its like nervous system as it would. These things are incredibly resilient though. So no doubt after the battle someone could scrape that off the ground and use it in some kind of farming tradition, maybe for pest control, right?
Okay. Okay, I see it.
Okay. So we'll
Need to work on those poison farms.
Poison kunai incoming.
Hell yeah.
I mean, actually, now that we say that, the idea was for you to become like an on-hit monster, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that would-
that was the joke.
That would
Oh my
work.
God.
Yeah,
there we
basically.
go. Farmable poison nice. There's just a farm poison moat there now.
I think also it should probably grow some legs.
Oh, they can't hear most of it. They could probably grow legs. It's not its own legs, just other separate legs. Okay, so you have managed to deal with the poison moats, leaving one of them available for later farming. You can now traverse this area with safety. You know that if you went slightly south and then east, you should be in the path area for the shelter.
That is where we shall take the civilians.
Excellent.
I am assuming this is the shelter, or do we have to go a little further?
A little further. It's marked. So as you come up on here, you notice that these are the defensive structures. They're essentially buildings with gaps and holes, like embrasures, right? That you would enter into from within the shelter and then poke spears out or crossbows or similar, as would be appropriate. Strangely enough, they do not seem to be occupied. You would expect them to be occupied, but they do not seem to be occupied.
That's concerning.
Just to your east, you would know that there are the 3 entrances to the shelter, 3 specifically because of the risk of earthquakes, and so that they can collapse 1 or 2 of the entrances and still have a way to get in or out if they need to.
Okay. I call out, "Hail, Hanua Guard. We have civilians. I'm hoping that they're here and I just can't see them." And I'm assuming we get no response.
You do not hear an immediate response. But you do know that if you were to go closer and tap on the door, there is a generally accepted, hey, I'm not a bad guy sequence that you could use if there's someone trying to hide in secret here.
Okay.
The classic.
So I will try to do that, but I motion to the party to still start escorting people forward to the top tunnel. Okay.
So you will traverse slightly forwards, and as you can see marked here is one of the doors. This one has been locked down, so it would need to be fully unlocked from the inside to go through. But as you tap on the door, you get the kind of counter to your tapping, which seems to match up, which suggests to you that there is someone in there, at least one person in there, that is probably on your side, right?
Okay. So that makes me feel a little better. We should probably just go check to see if any of the doors are open to get people in before we bother them to open the gates, because we are in the middle of a situation.
Okay. So as you check down the south door, the south gate, you do find that this one seems to be in less state of complete lockdown.
Okay.
And is potentially accepting new people. As you, I presume, go up and tap on it with your thing, you get somebody will open essentially the postern gate style thing. So the gate within the gate, which is significantly smaller and the kind of thing you would have to crouch to get through, which makes sense because, they want to be able to stab you if you're bad, right? But you see not necessarily familiar face to you, but a face of a Honua
citizen.
Citizen.
A face I would expect to see in the crowd.
Yes. The face leans out at a slightly awkward angle given the opening of the postern gate. Says, "Are you okay?"
Yes, we have civilians.
Okay, come on. In quickly.
We escort people in. We do not make a move to go in. We need to go find the spirit.
So once everyone's moved in, they will be like, "Are you coming in?" Or
no, we need to go back and help on the surface. There's still something up there that we need to stop.
You'll get a brief nod, and then they'll start locking down the gate.
Good shit.
All right. Objective 1 complete.
Yes.
Okay.
Now it's time for me to serenade a spirit, or talk to it, or do whatever it is that I'm going to do to it that makes it want to do things for me.
Well, I mean, we don't. Yeah, let's just see what happens.
Yep.
This should be interesting.
This spirit has never been bound to an arcanist, right?
Yes. Correct.
That would be the case.
Yeah, the lore here would be is that the people of Kumu Hanwa works with the spirits hand in hand in a different way. I'm having trouble remembering anything further than that. Do you guys?
You would know that the general cultural viewpoint of how to interact with spirits here is instead of binding them, you have people who are considered students of that spirit, and that there is an inherent understanding that when you are taught by the spirit, you enact in some aspect their will upon the land, meaning that the spirit can in that way enact actions on the land and have a general upkeep of the land, which will reduce the risk of outbursts and disorganization and so on.
Ah.
More of a delegation of power.
Yes. Whereas in the Pact Lands, the culture group to the more northern area, it's very much a case of like it is a bond between the arcanist and the spirit that keeps things in check.
That makes sense.
And they essentially rely directly on the arcanist's power to kind of insulate them from any issues that are happening.
Do we know what the spirit's name is?
No, I don't know what the spirit's name is.
All right, in that case, we're going to go and ask it.
That's a good plan.
So we should have a path there if we just go north from the shelters.
Yes, generally you would need to go like you can normally go up this route up here, or you could theoretically go back this way and then north again.
No, we should go straight there.
Yep.
Okay.
Of course.
So you find your way up here, and obviously,
perfect.
as you would have expected, there are
Okay,
more
let's just go
fallen
the other
rocks.
way.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna find rocks
This
on the
is
other
close.
side, but
Yeah, it's going to take us so much longer than if we just walk this one little. This isn't real backtracking.
Yeah.
We'll head up this way.
Okay, so you navigate your way around, down, past the Fabula Poison Moat, and then back to this crossroads area. As you can see on the left, there is what appears to be a slick of poison left by some creature over here that would have been terrible to walk through if you had to.
Gross.
However, luckily you've managed to work out a way to navigate past it without having to concern yourself.
Perfect.
You know, to the northeast, following this pathway around will eventually get you to the reservoir and the sanctum of the spirit.
Oh, keep going.
Excellent. So, as you navigate around here, you come across the reservoir, and you note the embrasures at the 4 points in the room are not occupied by guards as you would expect. Instead, the guards seem like idly milling about the room around the edges of the reservoir. They seem despondent. They don't seem to be like alerted, like they don't seem to be alert or active. They seem confused and not especially responsive to anything in the area. At least with you at the entryway to the reservoir. You have no idea if that would change as you move further in.
Okay. I'm a little confused. And I call out to them. Guard, what's going on here? Why aren't you helping civilians?
As you call out to them and draw your attention to yourself, you can see them almost confusedly like raise weapons and then start walking towards you.
Time to run?
I put up my hands and say, "It's me, Silex. What's going on, guys?"
The lopsided, gentle look of someone who is clearly not thinking. You would liken it to someone who was drunk, like extremely drunk, barely even aware that you're there, just following some kind of rote memorization as a spear lunges towards you.
I think these guys are possessed.
I turn to Peleus, hopefully not getting hit by the spear. Do you see anything weird about them? Do you notice anything that we can't see?
Well, they're attacking us for a start.
They are actively attacking you, so we are going to transition to
Going
a
to
screen in
combat.
which they are doing just that.
But still,
Knock them out.
my question
gonna-
does stand.
I'm gonna try and call out, Spirit! Spirit! out there! Does one exist? Possibly? Maybe? Perhaps?
As you call out here, you notice, previously when you were on the threshold of a spirit sanctum, which you would expect to find some kind of energy, some kind of sensation here. Like when you were previously near one, there was a feeling. There isn't such a feeling here. It feels wrong, incorrect somehow.
Mm.
Already been taken.
Maybe. That is very much a potential thing. But the guards are going to attempt to swing out and assault you.
Maybe we shouldn't kill these guys.
We should definitely not kill these guys.
Remember, we don't kill people unless we're specifying otherwise.
That is true.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
So they're attacking us first, is how that was going.
One of them will swing at Gawain as at Silex as the first action.
Mm.
I really doubt they're going to hit. Like I'm going to be real with you. Like I'm just being realistic. The chance of them actually hitting you is not great. I am shocked. The chance of them hitting you very low, ineffective. However, the preternatural strength behind it is quite terrifying, as they gouges a chunk of rock from beside
Whoa.
the reservoir.
That's plus 12.
That is plus 12.
I would like to. I would like to study the room. I'd like to look for like a way through. Like this isn't what I'm looking for. You know what I
Okay.
mean? There has to be something else.
Okay, roll me. Well, what do you think would be appropriate?
I was just gonna say study, insight plus insight.
That seems completely
Like-
reasonable.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
The study rolls are not favoring you. You
That's
will,
okay.
regardless of the situation, you will be aware of you will be aware of an entryway across the way. So you essentially entered from the left side of the room, the left side of the screen, and you know that there is some kind of entryway behind these guards as they mill around the reservoir.
Well, maybe we
I
just need
almost-
to get past these guards then to try and speak to the spirits. I'm not feeling anything, guys.
Do you guys want to fight it? Yeah, we can fight it right now. It's fine. It's not like there was something obvious, so let's just fight.
I'm wondering, I think I'll guard here. I'm going to
Okay.
guard Peleus.
Excellent. Silex is guarding Peleus. The confused poison guard will simply walk forwards and attempt to stab Gawain, the first person in front of them. With a 6 to hit, they miss
Thank goodness.
disgustingly. The painful poison guard will move forward and attempt to strike Peleus, obviously instead being forced to target Silex. And with an 8 to hit, they resolve nothing. They seem almost drunk in their actions.
Like, are they drunk enough that we can run by? Like, can we just run by them?
That's
could
the
certainly
best
attempt to.
question I've heard today.
Like,
Oh, Yeah, we could spend the Fabula point to get past them.
You wouldn't be spending a Fabula
Maybe.
point. You would be just making probably Dex plus Might actions to force your way past them.
Okay.
But I would be prepared to add a clock if you wanted to make that as your objective. Less of a clock, just more of a...
Yeah,
If
like a progress.
Yeah,
if we
tracker.
run past them, it's possible, maybe likely, that we're gonna have to just deal with them again coming back out. Because where
Yeah.
we're going is a one-way.
All right, let's put him down then.
Okay, we're putting them
Just
down.
bonk them on the head, set them to the side, we'll deal with them later.
Yep.
Alright, so whose turn was it? It's our turn. Someone else go. I've already done.
Can I condemn?
Just bonk him, man.
All right.
All they're doing is stabbing. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
they're probably not intelligent enough to really resolve anything like that. Okay, so you attempt to bonk one. Their armor still seems completely effective against the attacks, and as such, that an 10 would not hit.
So what's their armor limit? Oh, wait, I don't know.
You'd be looking at a very small increase if you wanted to hit them.
Can I invoke a bond to try and hit them, or would that not work?
Who are you targeting first?
The confused guy.
Okay, so the confused guy who targeted Gawain.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, you could invoke a bond regarding your affection for Gawain to protect Gawain,
Yes.
which would push that to an 11 and make it a hit if you wanted to spend that Fabula point.
Yes, I will do
Excellent. Okay. So you spend a Fabula point, turning a 10 to 11, making the hit on the confused guard impact. It seems to have caused them to stumble off kilter significantly as you strike the blow. Gawain, Flink, you're up.
Time to throw some kunais at the confused guy.
Excellent.
Oh, well,
Very good.
12 to hit. Impacts effectively. Also, you gain an opportunity,
right.
as that was a critical hit.
All right. Opportunity. Let me do the second hit and then I'll read. I can do that whenever, right?
Additionally, yeah, you can do the opportunity whenever. Additionally, I'm going to say that you also trigger your rogue thing for the sneaky hits. I can't remember what it's called.
Cheap shot.
Cheap shot. Specifically because while these guys don't have a specific status, they are clearly in a
They're
unhealthy,
poisoned.
yeah.
Inhibited in some
By
way.
something.
So that's 2
I was
additional
actually
damage.
thinking about that.
They don't have the poison condition on them because I didn't want to do the maths of rejiggering that, but it triggers, and your cheap shot gets you.
That's 2 additional damage.
2 additional damage. Excellent.
For both hits, though, if this would connect, which it doesn't.
Which it doesn't. A 3 does not hit, shockingly enough.
Disgusting. Okay. Take the crit and I'll read through the opportunities.
Gawain, you're up.
Yeah, I'll just shoot the guy.
Okay, with a 19 to hit, I'm assuming you're hitting the same target that Flink was.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
You ring 2 carefully angled shot off the dome of the helmet, knocking them to the ground, clearly dazed out.
Ding dong.
You have rung his bell.
It's perfect.
Oh, I got it already. Can I use my opportunity to scan them?
To scan them?
Discovering a vulnerability on them?
You want to discover a vulnerability specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. You would discover that they are mostly resistant. Mostly just normal people. However, their health bonus is reduced, meaning they have quite low health effectively before you can knock them unconscious. Their magical defense is absolutely terrible, and that this type of poison would normally be weak against... Actually, no, you probably wouldn't know that. Wouldn't be information you'd acquire from this.
That's exactly the information I was looking for.
Yes,
the one
but
information.
The thing is, these guys aren't weak against it, is the issue.
Yeah,
because
it's
they're
more
just
like
humanoids.
the
that
poison that I was looking for, right? I failed to
I
do
have
so
a
earlier.
suspicion. I have a guess. I haven't felt the need to figure it out yet, but I feel like we're going to learn later what they're weak to.
That's fine.
But predominantly they are like pretty much standard issue humans, which means that they don't have many strengths or weaknesses beyond being weakened by this poison.
All right.
Not resistant to physical damage. Good enough for me.
Are you satisfied with that as an expenditure of your opportunity, or?
Yeah, I'm satisfied with that.
Okay.
We didn't get a lot of information, but that also is information in and of itself.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking to find
Pretty
something,
much.
and if there is nothing, then there is nothing. Like nothing that I can apply immediately.
Excellent. So Gawain did shoot. Wait, was that the end of the last turn or this turn?
That's new turn now.
Okay. So, sorry, was Gawain shot on the start of this turn?
There
Yeah,
was
I think
one.
I was the first action.
Okay, cool.
Sir,
Were you?
right? No,
don't-
I was the last action.
Yeah, you were the
Oh,
last
okay.
action. You can shoot again.
Oh, you want to shoot someone?
Sure, I'll shoot another guy. I'll shoot the
Cool.
the intimidated guy.
Excellent.
He looks like an easy target.
Just like the nines. You got nines and tens
Yeah, that
on
nine
so
was mean.
many. Like, what is
Yeah.
this? Okay, so with a 15 to hit, it rings out. You instantly put them in crisis. The intimidated poison
No,
guard
stand over here.
will move forwards and attempt to strike flank, given that Gawain has evaded
I
away.
want to put my face in the shot.
With a 9 to hit, will certainly miss.
That it does.
Okay, so Peleus, Silex, Flink, you're up.
I'll go.
I'll be going last. There we go. Sorry.
Sure, I'll throw. On the intimidated one.
Nice. So
Beautiful.
you do 6 damage and gain an opportunity.
Well, I'll take this one as well.
A 9 does not hit.
If I scan again, can I get the vulnerability now?
Okay, given the contextual information that you've gathered on the creatures so far, you think that the other creatures that may have produced this poison, right, the Direxus and Parexus, are probably weak to fire and resistant to earth, based on the properties of the poisons that you've examined so far and kind of your background knowledge with your ninja training, which produces some knowledge of poisons.
Okay, well, I'll convey this to the others, which...
This was my fear. This is why I have not tried to do my stuff here.
Wait,
My
I missed that.
expertise tells me that these guys
Fire
are...
good. Fire burn poison. Poison beat earth. That's why poison is beating my home.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
It's almost like they specifically chose something to counter the
Legas.
location.
It is the painful guard's turn.
It is true. The painful guard will attempt to impale Silex this time rather than Peleus. It's the same outcome because they have to target the same creature, but you know, with a 7 to hit, they miss horrifyingly.
Good.
Peleus, Silex, you're up.
Peleus, please.
This would have gone so much faster if I'd have summoned Nanto at the beginning.
No, it's perfect. We know that Nanto is the answer later.
All right. I'm agreeing with you. Nanto costs too much. In that case, I'm going to bonk the intimidated guy.
With a 6 to hit, you miss
Ah. And
quite significantly.
Wait,
All
can
right.
I use a Fabula point with my story person because they're right in front of the spirit place and I'm trying to get to the spirit place?
Road trip to save the world, just trying to get I would accept that. I would absolutely accept that reroll on that Fabula point expenditure. So just click the thing again and throw it to chat. With a 10 to hit, you still miss.
Oh, fuck.
Aw.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
All right. It's my turn, and we're going to lose our guard status, and I'm going to
With
Also
11 to
miss.
hit, you impact the poisoned
Ooh.
guard.
Let's go.
You will entomb them in earth as you wrap them up, making them unable to
Perfect.
act any further.
I thought they had 12. Let's go.
I think that's everyone's actions, which means we start a new round of combat. There is one painful poisoned guard left.
I am on a roll. I'm going.
Nice. Ride it,
Oh,
baby.
A 17 to
Close.
hit. That does the 4 damage plus 2 from cheap shot.
Yep. And second one.
Is a
I
miss.
whiffed the second one.
The 3 again.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's kind of funny.
Perfect.
Hey, the first ones, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Because that combos with the guard. That's all you got to do.
Absolutely love this. Okay, so that was Flink. Now it's Painful Poison Guard, who will kind of bounce off Silex, who just downed that guy, drunkenly ambling forwards and lance out at Gawain, attempting to spear him through the group.
How dare you?
With an 8, he will miss. These guys can hit, they're just choosing not to. And as the party's actions, as Peleus, Silex, and Gawain, you are all
All right. Well,
ready to act.
how do I turn around?
Press F while your character's highlighted.
There we go. That's nice. I'm going to give him a little bonk because you decided to stand on top of me.
With 10 to hit, you
Oh!
miss.
I'm not gonna use a fabulous point here. That's fine. He was too close.
Peleus, you want to try and hit a guy again? It's a miss. God.
That's okay, I got you guys.
Oh my god, Gawain's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill this motherfucker. I'm gonna put him down.
Hey, the armor is good.
The armor is good. It goes bong as you ring shots off of his armor. I think Gawain could just take another shot at the start of this combat and finish this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
I want to see you roll it. Yeah, that's a hit. It's solved.
Beautiful.
You managed to send one more guard to the grey depths of unconsciousness.
Like, I only have to add up to 8 between D10 plus D8.
It's true. It's true.
The odds are in my favor.
All right, we can push forward. Let's figure out what's causing this problem.
Okay, so the guards are unconscious or otherwise. They're no longer a threat in any case, and Silex has pinned at least one of them down with earth. Does the party simply move forwards, or do they investigate the guards at all?
I would like to investigate the water body here.
Okay, so you investigate the water, and your knowledge of poisons, coming from your ninja background, suggests that this water, based on a cursory glance, seems untainted.
Ah, that's good.
Obviously,
not
to
lost.
know 100%, you need to get like some investigation kits out, some acid tests. But like from a cursory glance, maybe even a brief taste, it seems to taste okay. It looks okay. You think it's probably fine.
Good. Yeah, we can do
Do
that
we
later.
think that a tonic would help these guys? Would heal them? Yes.
That's a good question. Does it?
With your
I
background,
mean, they'll
you
still
think...
be knocked out. I can't undo knocking them out, but I could, make it so that when they wake up, they're not in this state.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You think that a tonic would resolve the poison status, most likely. This doesn't appear to be like some kind of especially resistive poison.
I'll burn 2 points to give like one of them
Yeah, I'll burn two as well.
And I will do the third.
before we move along.
Okay, so you expend the points. They are no longer considered poisoned guards. They are now just guards. But they're also unconscious and will probably take a while before they come around.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm assuming I couldn't have force fed them a tonic while we
Yeah.
were fighting them, so
That
I'm okay
would have
with this
been-
order of operations.
It potentially would have been possible, but would have required rolls and challenges.
Would have been a whole thing.
Yeah, it would have been a whole thing. Basically.
This was the easy way.
All
right.
Okay.
So, what is beyond the reservoir?
You traverse on beyond the reservoir, and the door, the gateway to the inner sanctum is torn open. In fact, you can see scorch marks on it, and now that you get closer, you can see them about the room, just hot burn marks, but like not from, you believe, like fire. It seems to be very focused, right? Pinpoint scorching lines, like someone took a torch and burnt a line across the stone. And the door is practically cut into pieces from this. I'm sorry, I just read RPGX Omega's comment of, just be glad I'm not playing. I usually manage to turn this into a hentai or have the team turn on each other. Okay, nice. Good to know.
So we need more tentacles.
Yeah. There's time. That's all I'm saying.
There's time. Yeah, exactly. Okay. You walk into a cave lit almost unnaturally by these glowing crystals that you've been seeing in the terrain and the walls as you traverse this place. There are 2 poisoned guards between you and Dr. Koei.
Fucking Dr. Koei.
Who is doing some...
No, if I can take this guy out.
Strange thing.
If I can take this guy out, then Minerva can't say shit.
Dr. Koei has some strange tendril extending from what looks like the back of his neck, spiked into the ground. And I think that's a brilliant time to take a break.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Perfect.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you walk into the room and it is clearly identified that there is Dr. Koei standing before you, he will look in your direction and say, "Oh, it looks like you're here again."
You! I pound the earth with both my hands, my shield's clanging against the ground, and I just run at him. The guards are not stopping me.
I'm surprised you survived. And he'll wave towards the guards who will attempt to impale you. And I think this is a resounding point to start engaging with the combat.
Hell yes.
So, I mean, before Silex can reach Koei, I'm going to try and shoot one of the guards out of his way.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm on this guy's team. We have the same goals. And we think the same way.
Nice.
Okay, 14 is a hit versus, I'm going to assume the scared.
Yeah, scared. I was imagining the guy, yeah.
Excellent.
Taking my clean shot as they converge on him, you know?
Excellent. The scared poison guard, having been shot in the torso with your pistol, will start making its attempt to assault you with its heavy spear. With a 6 to hit, it will miss, fine. Meaning Silex. Yeah. I have no doubt that you are going to attempt to beat up Dr. Koei.
Koei is going to be shattered glass on the floor.
Excellent.
Break his brain in, brother.
With an 11 to hit, you impact decisively as you start pummeling him with these impacts of earth. 15 damage is applied, but you do note that he seems resilient. Shockingly resilient. As you strike, instead of the pulpy sounds of flesh, you hear the ringing sounds of metal.
Well, it was a good guess.
What's a Psydog?
A what?
Ah, I've never seen one. Are they common around here?
I mean, you know, you've probably never seen anything like Dr. Koei, if that's what you're inquiring.
No,
like
for sure.
That's not something you've ever
His
scene.
brain is in a fishbowl. Like,
Yeah. Like, this is peak.
I
What
mean,
the hell is that?
We've got some steampunky stuff going on. I wouldn't be surprised if like we'd seen people replace like limbs.
Yeah, replacement limbs is
But,
definitely
like-
been an option.
but
But
not
like this is on some other shit.
Yeah, this is on a completely different level. Okay, so the embarrassed poison guard will take the guard action for Dr. Koei.
Coward.
Peleus, Flink, you're up.
Peleus, we need to clean these guys out.
I'm going to condemn him. I'm going to tell him he's a bad man that comes from a bad place and has bad actions, and he needs to think about his life.
Excellent. With an 11,
That 10. Oh,
with an
that guy.
11,
Did I hurt his feelings?
you did not hurt his feelings.
Oh, crap.
And his
monologues back at you.
response is, and what would I care for the ramblings of a troglodyte?
What's a troglodyte?
My favorite word. That's what it is.
Dr. Koei will return the witty repartee with a potion, a vial of some foul ichor slung towards you. It's an 8 to hit, Peleus.
I've got a 9 on my
It
defense.
does not impact you. You flick just out the way as it caves over your shoulder. Flink, you're up.
Since I apply cheap shot anyways, I'm just going to throw kunais at the scared poison guard.
Excellent. With a 14 to hit, you immediately do 4 plus 2 physical damage.
And then the second one is just the same.
Exactly the same.
beautiful.
So that is there. That is there. And you know what? With your last kunai, you are able to pin this guard to the ground.
Oh. Get wrecked.
They are now pinned in place as we begin a new round party act.
I'm gonna shoot the embarrassed poison guard. I want to get rid of him so that Silex again. My goal is to give Silex an open fucking lane. This guy. Yeah. Let's just do that.
Excellent. With a 15, you hit, impacting and dealing 17 damage, which is obviously
8.
guarded against. The
Yeah, guard
embarrassed
resists everything. Yeah.
poison guard is not going to act yet. Koei will act first. Dr. Koei will act, and they will take their action to attempt to devour something via the tentacle.
What?
And with a 13, they move the clock onwards 1 step.
He can keep his tentacles away from me. I'm going to condemn him. I'm going to tell him that he's turned himself into some disgusting fathom of creature.
Oh,
Ooh, that's better. That's
So-
better.
Oh.
I believe even on a crit with an opposed check, I can still resist, I think. Because it's an opposed check. I could theoretically crit. Maybe.
Yeah. I think that
I'm not actually sure. It may be one of those things that's not listed.
don't know the ruling.
I don't see any difference between them. It just says your check is automatically successful, but I feel like you're not wrong. Like, I don't know. I mean, all you're doing is providing the DC when you're the
You
opposer
know
on
what?
the check, right?
I'm fine with it just impacting. So you talk about the terrible creature he must be on the basis of his existence. He's turned himself into a horrifying monster.
Yeah.
And you rip away at his surety. Also, you gain an opportunity to spend at your leisure.
Break the tentacle. Break the thing.
Which are you applying from Condemn? Because you can apply either Dazed or Shaken.
I'm going to apply shaken.
Excellent. He is now shaken.
All right, I'm breaking a tentacle.
Okay. That seems like it would be in the bounds of the opportunity. How are your actions causing this to happen? What
I
actions are you
am
taking?
taking my stun gun and breaking the tentacle with it.
You have a stun gun?
Yeah, my magic stun gun. Staff.
Oh, you're stuck. Okay.
Staff gun.
So while
so
he's
boomstick.
reeling from this, you hook the staff on the tentacle and pull it away. This means that it will take at least one additional action for him to before he can start doing whatever it is he was doing with the tentacle.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Very nice.
So he is no longer bite it off. The embarrassed poison guard will take the action of attempting to impale Silex, and with a 8, they will miss.
And that means they're not guarding anymore. Guess
They
whose turn
are
it
in-
is?
They are in fact not guarding anymore. I'm assuming Silex, you're about to pummel Koei into like a
if
flying
I've-
dust.
Hang on. Yes. We are going to cast Elemental Weapon,
Excellent.
which is going to turn my attacks into earth damage.
Excellent. So you will be doing earth damage to Dr. Koei.
And
I like it.
now we're going to hit him.
Now you get the free attack.
yes!
You impact
Nice.
with a critical and 15 damage and a 16 to hit. That is a ready impact. You do 15 earth damage. However, I regret to inform you, he has no vulnerability to earth damage.
That's okay, as long as he's not resisting it with that metal body of his.
He is not resisting it. You are absolutely just like essentially you're pummeling him with your earthen shields, and as you strike, the reflexive earth is just spiking into him, doing horrifying things to whatever his body is made of.
Earth shrapnel.
Exactly.
Grinding.
When we use the elemental weapon, because we've never used it before, they basically just grow spiky.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, and so you have put Dr. Koei into crisis. You also have an opportunity that you can expend as you choose.
I don't have the opportunity table open. Remind me what I can do.
You can give an advantage on a check performed by you or an ally, +4. So basically you give anyone +4. You could create a bond towards someone or something, or add an emotion to one of your existing bonds.
Ooh, I think we'll do that, actually.
yeah,
Because I need
it's a good
to
choice.
build those up. We're going to... Would
And
make
it-
sense here.
It does have to make some sense in some way.
You could start hating Kaveh.
Yeah,
It's
it's like you
something.
either hate Koei or you build a bond with one of us. I
That
think.
was one of the ones that came out of the box for me, because my character
Yeah.
introduction was
This man's upset.
having
Yeah.
destroyed me.
So you can add an emotion to that bond, is like part of that.
I have mistrust and hatred for Koei. I don't feel inferior or admiration, so it's not going to be to him. I think Gawain
could-
having moved guards out of my way, I think we're going to finally get that that loyalty for Gawain that we've been missing up to this point.
Excellent. So there's
Hooray.
like that element of trust between you now.
Yeah,
Like you trust that you're going to be working towards the same goal.
yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Flick, you're up.
Right. I've seen Dr. Kaveh's tricks, so I'm going to hinder him right now by
Excellent.
throwing some caltrops behind him before he is trying to... I don't know if there is a path to escape that way, but I'm going to make sure
Yeah.
that he can't escape him.
You're using
if
your skills
anything
to make
happens.
sure that any exfiltration route he tries to attempt is going to be blocked off.
Exactly. What do I roll?
So last time it was Dex plus Insight, which I think is appropriate on this time. Your target number is 10, since there's no increasing difficulty towards this.
I can actually input a difficulty here, right? I didn't see that before. Does that do something?
With a result of 15, that is a success. You have successfully applied a debuff, which I think in this
Slow.
case was the slowed debuff. Man is very unfortunate in a lot of ways.
It's very unfortunate that he chose to mess with me and my home.
Yeah, that's definitely a poor decision that he's made. Okay, so we will start the next round. Also, I've been making a mistake because we're in a villain situation. Koei should be acting, or Koei's side should be acting first, and I've been letting you guys get away with acting first so far. So
Yeah, go. Yeah, oops.
oops. This time he
It's
gets to
okay.
act
The
first.
moats went first earlier, so
That's true. That's true.
that was a boss fight.
Yeah, that was 100% a boss fight.
Balancing it out.
Honestly, the starting initiative has really just been shifting back and forth between whatever seems narratively appropriate, which has worked out and feels like a good part of the game. Kawaii, they're going to spend 10 MP to use the suspicious potion on themselves and recover health.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That is Dr. Kawaii action. The party now may act.
I'm gonna condemn him again. And I'm gonna say his doctorate is obviously fake.
A fake doctor. Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible. Okay, let's see if this works. It doesn't. He declares,
Well,
I don't even have a doctorate.
So doctor is just your name.
First name Doctor. Let's go.
Beautiful. Okay, Peleus has acted. The poison guard will attempt to guard Kawaii.
Oh. No.
Oh.
That's okay. I'll shoot him.
Yay.
All right, Gawain.
There was much rejoicing.
Take 9.
With a 14 to hit, you decidedly impact this guy, rolling a 10 on Dex, which is terrifying. You have deployed 9 damage against the poison guard. They are now in crisis. They are injured. Silex, flank you both up.
I'm going to follow up on the guard.
Yes.
Excellent. An 8 to hit does not hit.
Does not hit. Let me think.
You need 11.
I need
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to roll over the second one.
Understandable.
Oh, that's better.
A 12 to hit does impact. You do 6 damage, reduced down to 3 because it is guarding.
I hate attacking a guarding target, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
has
doesn't
to be done.
feel great. Silex, you're up.
All right. Well, I don't have a choice, so we will be removing the guard.
Excellent.
Sorry, buddy. This was not meant for you.
12 to hit, 17 physical damage. It's earth-type damage. But they don't have any additional resistances or weaknesses. However, that is going to be enough to put the poison guard out of commission. As you smash them away, they tumble across the ground. I'm going to move them, like, over here. The next round begins. Dr. Kawaii is beset by Silex. He is slow and shaken. Let me double check some stuff. Dr. Kawaii will spend an Ultima point
Ooh, there it is.
to recover their MP and remove all statuses.
But that's just rude.
He's the big boy. This is his special privilege.
We should track
Party
ultimate points,
act.
right?
Yes, Ultima points are tracked. They count as essentially 1 XP.
In that case, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to condemn him again. You fraud! Bet you never even passed school.
You're right. I didn't. Which shaken, stirred?
Yeah, shaken.
Okay, shaken. He is shaken. I don't think he spends an ultimate point to recover this. And she's like, no, I'm not letting you get away with that.
Hey, she's spending her MP. It's, you know.
I'm just actually thinking, how would he resolve the...
Oh, actually, I didn't take
You know
that.
what? You know what? With regards to the kunai, obviously the ultimate point for the most of the statuses was fine, but regarding the slowed condition, Kawaii would have actually used his tentacle to do a backstep over the area of the kunai to avoid them. That's how he would have broken that.
God damn it.
Okay, so Peleus has acted and taken the MP and just re-inflicted that. Silex, flank, Gawain, you're up.
I will So I can get to him without having to worry about the caltrops, or do I have
you're
to?
fine. You're fine.
Okay. You're not getting away from me. Get back here.
With a 17 to hit, you do 16 earth damage as you pummel him mercilessly.
I'm so inspired. I want to do air damage. That feels like what I would actually do in like a
Air
it
damage?
doesn't matter
Your default.
scenario. Yeah, air damage.
Are you sure you don't want to consider a moment? Like maybe some, given the
Okay.
target's nature, maybe you,
Should
I
I
don't
pick,
know,
like,
maybe you could work
oh.
out.
Okay.
Have
I'll
a
pick
think.
bolt.
Is
Okay.
robot.
Yeah, but basically that was my thought. If it can matter, bolt. We'll see if it matters.
Okay. So you shoot the target with a 13. That's a hit. You impact with bolt damage. He's vulnerable to bolt damage,
Let's go.
which means he takes 2 impacts of
Thanks
that.
for that info.
I think you
Let's
fought
go.
him previously, so I feel like your character would have enough information to take the hint, right?
Thank
Of course, you could have made another terrible decision. I just would have been like, no, well, that's your problem then.
you. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like,
Alongside the metallic
once
clanging.
you said that, it was either fire or bolt, and I
Yeah,
was like,
exactly.
get bolt.
Like, if you'd have picked fire,
Sure.
you just would have got what you got, you know?
Yeah, that's fine. But I picked right. Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so you resoundingly, the lightning strikes chain down his body, and you can see like almost an illumination beneath the fabrics of metal tendrils beneath the clothes, illuminating a
Gawain-
fake figure of a man.
Ooh, gross. Yeah, whenever Gawain casts elemental weapon, it's like the shield goes down to the ground and he like hunkers behind it and he starts loading the gun, and the whole time he loads the gun he says a different invocation depending on what element he needs like the bullets to be, and then
Beautiful.
when he pops back out it's just like, here they are, lightning bullets, baby.
Excellent. Okay, Flink. It's your turn.
Well, that's going to suck for him.
Yes.
No, I'm not
Yes.
taking damage. That's not.
Yeah, you don't click on that.
The
I
Flink,
click on
Flink
it.
special,
click on that.
baby, is just the follow-up to Gawain. I love it.
Observe and learn.
They're reduced to 0 hit points.
Oh,
Let's go.
Terrifying.
However,
Yeah. But
you hear a maniacal laughter. I haven't had so much fun in ages. Tearing out from their clothes, rendering everything that you've seen, is a horrifying creature.
oh God.
gross.
Shredding
appropriate.
clothes. This is no man. It is a false form as metallic tentacles array themselves across and around.
That's pretty epic.
At the end of each of these tentacles is some kind of small lens and a spike and some horrifying machinations. The instinctive part of you, Gawain, says that whatever caused those scorches outside probably related to this. Also, you've now seen the second form of a villain. This is a second stage of a villain. As such, everyone gains 1 Fabula point.
Hooray!
Woo.
So, we are at the end of the combat round, so we start the new combat round. And as a villain, Koei's first action, using the extra initiative, will in fact be to immediately use their arc beam to carve through multiple people. This horrifying energy beam will strike Silex and Gawain as a beam slicing through both of those characters are standing.
Gawain, you good?
Yeah, that's physical, right?
That's yes, that's a physical
That's
attack.
death, not MDef. I'm good.
Wow, that's really
Okay.
not magical? Okay, then.
That is not magical. It is a physical
It's
manifest.
technological.
Yeah, it's a technological thing.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, well, then yeah, we're both good.
Okay, as the party's actions.
Yeah, otherwise I could just have a Magitech pistol, and I would be the most broken character ever. I just swap back and forth depending on their
Got it.
defense.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I'm
is
assuming-
that is a rare item you can get.
BRB inventing something later.
Yeah.
Debuffers, would you like to go first?
Okay, in that case, I'm obviously
Can
condemning
condemn him
them
again.
again. I'll be like, how ugly were you to begin with if this is what your upgrade is?
Oh, she's evolving.
Oh, it's pretty
That's
good.
a good roll.
And the rolls are getting better. No!
Oh, Kuwei, too strong.
And yet you behold my power. With their extra initiative, they will make a charge action where they will start charging energy into themselves. And they will fill a point on one of the clocks down there.
It's the other clock.
Oh no.
Cool. No.
All right. Well, Flink.
You don't want me to go.
Oh, okay.
I cannot cook anything up to hinder him right now.
I'll just shoot him.
Not
Got it.
reasonably.
It's cool. I'm still doing the good shit, I think.
Okay. With a 13, you hit, and you are still doing bulk damage, which does nonetheless impact with efficacy.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I figured
And-
we at least still have this going for us.
Doing a total of 28 damage. That was Gawain's action.
Hey, Silex, if you know how to do this, I highly recommend.
For character purposes, I do not actually have
Yeah,
access to this.
You can say no.
I could.
don't know how to do this.
Mechanically, I should be able to.
Yeah, it
but
is
I
technically
will
an
not.
option available to you. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
but-
So Kuwei will make an insight plus dexterity check in order to attempt to reconnect their tentacle to whatever it is they were connected to previously. With an 8, that is not high enough. That has pulled them one. They will have to make at least one additional action to achieve this, though next action will almost certainly be successful.
All right, so I'll go,
All right, Silex.
and we're just going to fire away.
Excellent. With a 12 to hit, you impact, causing 17 physical damage, beating on these medical tentacles. You know, it's challenging to find a specific one, but you're just thrashing in the melee of Koei's existence. He's flipping around and attempting to deflect, but you're still getting, useful impacts. Flink, you're up.
Okay, time for Flink Special Guarding.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm also going to hide on the opposite side of the room now.
Excellent. Fantastic.
I
don't
love
know
it.
how I
I
can
love
turn around.
watching you just zip away.
Okay. New round of combat, in which case Koei's first action will be to Arc Beam. They are going to target Gawain and Peleus this time. So 15 to hit for 14 light damage.
That does
Ow.
hit you.
Yeah, that does hit me.
You did it.
Is that considered...
Side muted. Also, yes,
damn.
it is a ranged attack. Flink.
Well,
There we go.
Oh,
who's
sure.
getting it?
Gawain and Peleus are being
I
attacked.
guess
by
I had forgotten that you guys could do these things. My bad.
I'm going to try to protect Peleus from it then. Crossfire, but also known as Ninpo Hiken no Yaiba Jutsu.
Nice. And I will protect Gawain.
Hey, so I don't know if you've read the check, but it fails against all targets.
It felt like, oh god, how much does it
yeah.
cost though? I
It
didn't
costs
think
his
about that.
accuracy check plus 5, so 20.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can pay 20.
I did
Okay,
not
so you
read
expend
it. Oh my gosh.
you expend 20 mind points, and using your kunai, like he's not paying attention, you slam a kunai into the emitter for this attack, just knocking it off course,
Beautifully done.
flaying out the way.
He thought I was hiding, but I was just preparing my next counter.
Exactly.
Flink Gaming.
Okay, it's the party's turn to act.
I
Wait,
like
does
that
that
Flink
mean-
is off screen.
So I didn't take 14 damage.
It's true. You didn't take 14
Correct.
damage. For
Alright.
chat's benefit, Flink is off over here. You see, he's standing. Thank you. Now you're on screen again. Now chat can see you.
Here, I'll move. We can make some extra space.
I actually imagine
Try
that
and make
Flink
this a
is
little
just
more
like
narrative. Yeah, Flink's just
Spy
climbing on
mining.
walls and shit.
yeah. Flink just
Here,
hanging
I'll-
from the ceiling like this, ready to go.
I can scoot back. We can center this.
There you go, Flink. You're like on the ceiling somewhere.
Oh, that's so good.
You cool? You cool with that?
Yeah. Got my tools for that, don't worry.
Okay, so you've deflected this beam attack. What is the party doing on their actions?
Who still has stuff? I'm still up. I think
we all
Jam
go.
is still up.
That was his first turn.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, you're
everyone
right.
still
New
has
round.
action. That was his
Everyone's
first
up.
turn.
Then...
So I mean, I'll shoot. I do like
Yeah.
this is it. We may as well do
Okay.
the damage unless someone has
Go
something
for it.
to lead with. So he
Okay,
takes
so
34.
you deliver with a 16 to hit. You deliver a disgusting amount of damage. It's terrifying how much damage you can do.
It takes setup, but once you're there, it's like we're good in a boss
Okay.
fight. Like I would say, like we are good in a boss fight. It's very nice. The pieces fit together in a way that I don't think
So-
any of us planned for.
Dr. Kawai, given the circumstances, is going to make a charging action, meaning that they are now energized. The party can now act.
All right, I'm going to take my action, and I'm gonna swing again.
One off.
Almost, so close.
With a 19 to hit, you pummel him and put him into crisis.
You're not getting away this time.
Koei goes to say, I think you might be that thunk as you smash him in the jaw. Cool. Dr. Koei is now going to make the Arc Cascade action, spending 30 MP to rain beams down from every direction on 3 members of the party. And is going to use an Ultima point to reroll that.
Did you say Ultima point?
An Ultima point, yes. They
Yeah.
are expending an Ultima point to reroll their Arc Cascade, using their trait of being dexterous. That's the trait they're invoking to retarget these. A 13 to hit against Gawain,
No.
Peleus, and Silex.
Don't take that damage, chat.
However,
No,
take
hang
that
on.
damage.
hold on. That is versus your magical defense. That is functioning as a
And-
spell.
Yeah, hang on. So the magic you can't stop.
It's a
With
ranged
crossfire?
attack.
You can protect against it, but it is targeting your magical defense.
Because I'm fine, and
Well,
I can block for
crossfire.
someone else.
I was just gonna crossfire.
Oh, well,
You can't crossfire it though, I don't
Okay.
believe. Because
Okay.
it's a spell,
Yeah, because it's a
not ranged
magic,
attack.
not ranged.
Yes.
Okay.
okay.
In that
So
case, I'm
I can make someone not take damage. Let me take quick. Who was hit? Me and 2 others.
Peleus, Gawain, and Silence were the targets, so I'm assuming a 13 misses you versus magic defense.
Yes,
Okay.
All right, it does hit
And-
me.
and I'm assuming you too, Peleus.
yeah.
Here, I'll take the damage.
Okay, I'll block for Peleus.
Excellent. In that case, Silex, you essentially just as the beams start striking down for Peleus, you just barge them out of the way with your shield. Sadly, you're unable to protect Gawain in the same way.
Only way. I wish I could block for multiple people.
Nah, it's fine. This sets up a gross encourage.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Okay, well, flank Peleus, you're good. What are you
I
doing?
think I might start off by encouraging Gawain.
That seems like a reasonable choice.
Wait, did that come up?
It did not.
No, it didn't.
It puts me out of one-shot range on Arc Cascade. It's like super meaningful, actually, and gives me the dex boost. It's really good, thank you.
I got take that MP off myself.
Okay.
I'm the only one
Alright.
left.
Yes, Flink, it is now your action.
Right, then we shoot charged up. Kunai, nice.
Hell yeah. Okay, with a 16 hit, you do 14 physical damage as the kunai strikes from above.
Weird.
And follow up with our second 11.
An 11 also hits, impacting effectively, doing 4 damage versus the target.
All right, I'll accept that.
That's good. Hey,
Okay,
18.
and that is the turn over. Dr. Koei is going to start with a charge action. There's now clear panic to Dr. Koei's activities.
All right, I'm gonna attack before Peleus goes.
Excellent.
Keep the buff.
10 to hit. That is a miss.
That's cool. I'll spend a point. We'll reroll
Okay.
that.
Let's go.
I'm gonna re-roll it based on my duty to protect.
Very
Excellent. 17 to hit, now doing 17 physical damage twice. That's terrifying.
These numbers.
Okay, it is now Dr. Koei's action. Oh my god, what do I do? Okay. Oh, I apologize. They should have spent 30 MP here that I forgot to check off.
That's okay.
They can have that 30 MP.
Yeah, shockingly, they actually just have quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm shocked that the seeming mage character has lots of MP.
Yeah, I'm very shocked.
I'm
okay.
shocked that the DM designed a character with a gigantic MP sink so that he'd actually get to do something.
They are going to use the charge action again and be terrifying.
I imagine that the tentacle being disconnected really hurt his plans here.
Yes, you disconnecting that tentacle has really fucked me over in terms of getting my objectives complete.
The crit was perfect.
You guys are disgusting. Thank you very much. It is now Peleus, Silex, Flink, you're up.
I'm going back to beating up Calamari over here.
Excellent. With a 13 to hit,
The high
you
roll, baby.
strike, shredding limbs and metal and goodness knows what else as liquid spew out of Dr. Koei.
Yes.
And you force me to spend another Ultima point for my enhanced, upgraded Dr. Koei to start detonating limbs in front of you to manage to force himself to escape from this situation. He explodes energy limbs left, right, and center, leaving him barely anything to scrape out of the room. You can see the trail as they leave, but you cannot pursue because ultimate points expended. And Flink just leaves.
Well, you just hear Flink screaming something. Ninpo kusuku tohi no jutsu, and he's gone.
Perfect.
There is a trail of broken limbs, unconscious guards, and strange fluids and ichor there is an almost scar on the ground where the remnants of the tentacle that was embedded in the ground was. Whatever objectives that Dr. Koei was trying to complete here, he has not succeeded in them.
Yes.
Which
I
means
feel
I am
accomplished.
not going to add a point on the clock of looming darkness.
Let's go.
Woo!
Let's go.
All right. So,
The very first order of business, because it is something menial that I can take care of with my human eyeballs, I'm going to give 2 inventory points here to use a tonic on one of the guards.
I'll blow the other 2 for you.
Thank
You'll-
you.
What?
And we'll leave Peleus. Yeah. And we'll leave Peleus to handle the spirit. Don't get excited, Summer.
I'm trying not. I know
She's
I'm a
struggling,
terrible
she's
person.
struggling.
I think I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna have to fight that creature upstairs, so I need some MP points. So I'm gonna spend 3 points on an elixir.
Okay, so we'll end the combat here.
So, Peleus, do you sense anything?
Okay. Do I sense anything? Anything around?
There is the tiniest mote of sensation here. It feels like whatever is here has been deliberately drunk up. You are almost certain that Koei was trying to use something to literally tear the spirit's energy out of its home.
Ah. So, Kuei was drinking it. So, we've got a small glass of water somewhere.
God damn it, Peleus.
Well, I'm gonna have a look around for it. I'm gonna put my hands in front of me and close my eyes and go, Spirit, where be thee, little thing?
So, as you're here,
The cuckoo clock was perfect.
is that playing on stream?
I don't know.
As you're here, there is a sensation that you find you are in a place where you could draw on powers, but this isn't the same as the previous one you were at. In the previous location, you felt very much like you were set up to it, like there was a procedure that you needed to follow. Whereas here, you don't have that same level of intuitive knowledge guiding you, because whatever is here wasn't set up for you to do what you're doing. You think it's very possible for you to resolve this, to draw this spirit and bond it to you, and there is a sensation that you wouldn't be rejected. You know, there's no hostile intention to it. But whether or not you can is kind of up to you.
I have a plan.
What's the plan?
I will find some small water in this cave, because we know there's water around this cave.
There was the reservoir just behind you, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will drink it, symbolizing that I am taking the spirit into myself.
Okay. I will allow that. I think that is appropriate. You are
I
literally...
will name the spirit as I do so to try and give it some extra power.
Excellent.
I will call it Sheba.
Sheba. Okay. So you take the water of the reservoir, no doubt purified and protected by the spirit that resides here, and possibly a mainstay of why this place was able to secure itself in the way it was. And you drink forth these waters, and you can literally feel this spirit entering you and stealing away your power. Not out of a hostile action, but in the same way that
It
a
needs to
dry
restore itself.
Yes, in the same way that a really dry sponge absorbs water when it's put near it. You can feel it literally drawing out your MP.
Mm.
So much so that you are going to feel dizzy and lightheaded for some period of time until potentially you get an actual rest. So we're going to inflict that status upon you.
Ow.
We'll inflict the day's status on you.
And I just had an elixir.
I know.
Needed to be done.
Yeah, understood. I
But-
have
As you say, you've drawn it into you and named it
Sheba.
and thus granted it the protections of your binding, which does mean that there's probably no realistic way that Koei can come back here and mess with the spirit anymore. And it now feels like definitely the spirit is now residing in two places, in part in you and in part here.
Yeah. Its power will never be used by that glass head again.
That absolute glass hole.
Yeah.
Hey, Peleus,
Yeah.
good job.
Sweet. I think I need to lie down.
You definitely want to lie down.
Maybe-
However,
Well, we can't, unfortunately. But
yeah.
There's
I'll
something we
carry
need
you.
to do first.
We can drag you.
Don't
Uh,
worry, I can carry him.
Yeah, I think I'd like Selix
Yeah,
to carry
yeah.
me princess style.
Yeah, you want that princess carry? I bet you do.
so Peleus is gathered up in the arms of Silex, carried princess style from here. As it
Yes.
should be.
As it should
We
be.
have to find Minerva. We have to see if the spirit can help her.
We have
Yeah.
to get back.
Peleus, you would probably know intuitively that given how much was torn out of the spirit by Koei, there's probably not much the spirit can do.
Yeah, the spirit's not going to be able to do anything right now. It needs
Yeah,
time.
Well, maybe it can talk to us. I don't know, but we have to help her.
All right.
Okay.
We've done what
So-
we can to do to prepare. This is what we got to do now.
You make your way back to the surface area. You manage to route rapidly and quickly. You know that the civilians are going to be safe in the shelter based on everything you've seen so far, so you don't need to stress yourself about that.
Mm.
You make your way back with some rapidity to the surface area. It does take you a little bit, which is going to tick down the meter, but that's what you would expect. Before you is Minerva, clearly grossly dissipated from the energies of maintaining this thing. She is, you can actually see fractures running down her staff and thin rivulets of blood from the corner of her eyes. It's clear she doesn't have much left in terms of mental fortitude.
Mm. All right.
Well, this is the moment of truth. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, big question. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I think we've got to fight that thing. Or we can rescue Minerva and try and run away. I don't think we're going to be able to... Are we going to be able to outrun that
The
thing?
only way to save the town, Silex, is to fight this thing. And the only way to win is to do something you don't want to do.
What are you suggesting?
That we fight poison with fire.
Are we going to set the town on fire?
No, we're gonna set it on fire.
Oh, right, yeah. That makes more sense.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So, all right. I need to figure out how this is actually going to work for the character, because the way that he has learned to do magic, the way that magic has been given to him, fundamentally does not know how to do anything aside from earth magic.
Well, check it. I'm about to teach you.
Okay. Well, let's see if this works.
How
So
much does
this all works-
Silex I was gonna say, how much does Silex trust Gawain?
We just did from the crit in the earlier
No,
fight.
absolutely. But I mean, like, as a character, would Silex right now trust Gawain with his life?
Yes.
Okay. I think on that basis, Gawain, would you like to describe to me how you teach Silex to use the fire element?
Yeah, I was gonna explain that I say invocations, but what actually matters is the visualization. This just helps me. That's the only reason I say these words. So, however you're doing it now, and you're imagining Earth, do the same thing, but you're gonna have to think back to the time when you were able to control fire. We know you can.
Okay. Well, I grimly stand up and say, "There's no time like the present to put it to the test."
I'll go first. You copy me.
The soldier is going to look at you guys and be like, "Do you plan to kill that thing?"
There's not much.
Do you have a better plan?
Vegemite.
Sabata, Fabula Ultima point narrative declaration. What are we rocking at? What is this narrative declaration, Sabata? Lava? You want lava? Okay, I can do lava.
I like, yeah. Hell
Okay,
yeah.
okay, I've got this. Okay, so Gawain, you go first using your elemental weapon to summon forth this fire visualization on your
We do it at like
alchemical
half speed,
charges.
you know, like I
Yeah.
talk him through it. Yeah.
There is a brief glance back from Minerva as she sees you doing this, and you can see in that glance that there's that like swaying of there's just so much mental fatigue built up,
Yeah.
right? Like
You
it's
tell her
been like, you know,
now.
15, 20 minutes. Her brain is almost fried. Silex, I assume you're going to attempt the same?
I'm going to cast elemental weapon, and I'm going to send myself back to the pit that I was in when Nanto was inside
Okay.
of me.
So your visualization point is the horrifying fires of the absolute like violent terror you experienced, where your skin and your flesh was burning constantly, and there was just
Yep.
pain and horrifying moments, and nothing else you were able to maintain to your mind.
We cast elemental weapon. My shields catch fire. Oh my god!
Sabata, you wanted fire? We've got fire. Is this what you wanted? Are you happy with this?
Lava.
Okay, so this all happens in relatively quick succession. Silex calls forth this fire, this visualization, and this energy pours out of his body, lava and stone encasing it, just like before, except this time there's more cracks and creases, and it's clearly more controlled, but Silex still feels within him that burning rage, that desire to crush. However, it's just this side of controllable. You can direct it. You feel that you have enough control. As this happens, Minerva will release control of the spell, immediately slumping to the ground. The anxious soldier will take her, essentially grabbing her into his arms, and immediately start sprinting back with her towards at least the back of the group, possibly on towards the airship, as the case may be. Move you guys forward a little bit. As this happens, the huge energies containing this thing start ripping away and dripping out of existence, and I can't move them out of the way. God damn it. until this thing is fully into motive action, and it just roars into existence its hatred for everything that's happened and charges forwards. We are once again in combat.
Okay.
All right, I think I should start by summoning Nanto.
You could have summoned Nanto as Silex was doing that.
Yeah, I would do that.
Excellent. Sabata, are you happy with this being the rendition of lava? You wanted lava, we've got lava. This is Silex's first time wielding fire alongside his earth powers, and he returned to this horrifying magma man that he was previously, but now with an element of control. I feel that's very narratively apropos, right?
I love it. This is awesome.
This will not end well.
I told you to think back, and you did. It's awesome.
It's going to work exactly long enough as it needs to, and then it will stop working.
Well, maybe lava shields could be the end game here. There's got to be a version of this that doesn't traumatize you.
The Dino Tongue looking for fun. You are correct. That is true.
I have an unfortunate feeling he is going to show us what that tongue do.
It is definitely possible. Okay, so we are going to begin combat with the Hungry Direxus letting out some horrifying roar. It is not, however, a villain, and as such does not gain ultimate points, nor does it gain priority, which means the party does get to act.
All right, well, I will be going first because I
makes a lot of sense.
Not able to do much else. Fire away.
Okay. So you strike out with a 12, which is not enough to hit the Direxus. It's raw bulk just absorbing blow after blow of this flaming violence.
Would I be able to invoke a bond?
I think you could just invoke your status right now, quite frankly. I'm fine with your current theme being like, oh my god, I'm on fire and so angry, and so I can reroll attacks. I'm down for that, right? I'm cool with that.
Okay. So I won't be able to... the reason I want to invoke a bond is just like a minor increase, a fixed increase.
Sorry, yes. You could invoke your bonds as well. In fact, if you can narrate to me in what way or why the bonds would be appropriate, then...
So what? How much do I need here? And I'm assuming 1 is not going to be enough.
1 would not be enough.
Okay.
But 2, you know what? 2 would be enough.
2 would be enough? I mean, you know what? Here, I think I'm going to just go for 3 because I don't think 2 is worth. Like, I can't invoke it here.
In that case, explain to me how your feelings.
So
I feel like a psychiatrist. Explain to me how your feelings of your mother would allow you to reroll this.
So the only reason that I have any amount of control at this point, the only reason that I am semi-stable is because I need to stop this creature from destroying my village, hurting my family. All that I have left to my person is my mother. She is somewhere here. I hope. I haven't seen her, but the hope at the end of the tunnel is the thing holding me together.
Okay. That seems completely appropriate. I would let you add the 3 from that, bring that to a 15, meaning that would indeed hit. So as you pummel through that last little bit of like, I am going to save them, you're directed towards your mother, allows you just tearing, you take a chunk of bone out and just split out fire and lava from your attack, just spewing out, making the entire area around you just horrifyingly dangerous. As you may have guessed,
spend that.
It is weak versus fire, so you have done additional damage.
All right, let's go.
So, the first initiative action suffering from the grog effects of the time distillation. It will go into swing for Silex, and then its limb will just be like briefly trapped, held, and give Silex plenty of time to just dart out the way.
Okay, sweet.
Peleus, Gawain.
I'm gonna attack. Can I attack twice on this one?
So it would allow you multi-target, but that allows you to attack 2 targets, not attack twice.
Right. No, that makes sense. So in that
But
case,
you can do fire damage.
I'm just attacking with fire damage then.
Excellent. 5 to hit is not good enough.
I don't even think there's any amount of Fabula points I could get to make that
I
good.
mean, you'd have to re-roll.
Yeah, it would need to be a full reroll.
In that case, can I try and spend a Fabula point to reroll? And I will use the fact that I am a bit dizzy and shaken, and I'm trying to get back on my feet after what had happened before. So I'm like
Really
trying to
leaning
look
into
good.
your himbo self.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Fine, that's kind of amusing, yes. Leaning into your himbo self allows you to reroll it. Go for it. With 14 to hit, you roll a critical. That means you gain an opportunity, which I think can be used to resolve a status effect. You could say that hitting the Hungry Direxus allows you to come out of that daze, if you like.
Yes, I
Excellent.
Shaking myself back to
So you're
reality.
shaking yourself the other way. You got shaken one way, now you're shaking it the other way, and you're just like, okay, I'm on point. I'm ready to go. Put me
Yeah.
in, coach. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay, the Hungry Direxus's extra initiative will happen. It gets 3 initiatives because it's absolutely horrifying.
It's terrifying.
It will attempt to, its claw not working, being suspended in time, will attempt to just carve a chunk out of Silex in its current state. It's hating this vile magma and lava that is spewing from it. It rolls a 26 to hit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we're taking damage from that
Awesome.
one.
yeah.
That's sweet.
It rolled pretty much maximum on both dice, and then delivered 22 damage and has also poisoned you.
Okay, poison condition is this thing. Yes, that is unfortunate.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. Gawain, it's your turn.
Alright, one sec. I gotta remember what poison does. Might and willpower. I really don't like that.
Oh, don't get hit by it then.
Yeah, well, I don't really worry about it for me. More about him. But I can't really fix him, so I'm just gonna keep shooting.
Okay,
I like
a
that.
21 to hit, 18.
Yes!
It's not
That's a
physical,
max
it's fire
roll.
damage. That's max roll. That's incredible. That's like the Hungry Direxus almost max roll Silex, and you're just like lining up the shot
Right
in its
back at
head as
you.
it goes in for the bite.
Yeah, so anyway, Gawain started blasting. Take 36. I'm gonna turn to the soldier and tell them that if they have any fire, to bring it to bear now.
Okay. So it is going to target Peleus and Gawain with a flick of its tail, disgorging like the poison ichor from the tail and splattering it in your general direction. So there's one roll against 2 targets. 13 to hit, 16 poison damage to each.
I would like to reappear. I would love to reappear right now.
Okay, you
I was
reappear.
waiting for this. Oh, look at that.
Blink, here to go.
I'm back.
Yes!
Wouldn't you know? I cannot post. Oh, no, I posted it. Perfect. It's time for Flink to reappear. He's showing up on the scene, and he's just screaming out loud, "No, that's not going to happen. Ninpo, Hiki no Yaiba Jutsu!" And deflecting his attack again.
Flake will appear on the scene as directed. In the background on one of the
One of the roofs. Yes!
on one of the roofs.
Shrink him into the background. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Using the power of crossfire to knock this attack out of existence, meaning it does not hit either target, it does nothing. The round ends. Incredible.
Oh, I want also to scream at the party here. What are you doing here? Why are you fighting this thing? I was already heading off.
Flink, it is now your turn. You've now rejoined the combat. What is
cool.
What is your action?
I think it's time to hide.
Wait.
Just going to hide on this house, I guess.
Okay, that's a guard act. Okay,
Yeah.
understood. Which means that we end the round. We are in turn order. I need to be back in like 30 seconds. So talk amongst yourselves and decide what you're going to do for your next turn.
Hey, Flink, basically Minerva was gonna pass out, so I don't know what else we were gonna do.
God, I had the best chance of getting a new airship.
Yeah, and you might have
That's
had that
very
airship, and all of us would have been dead.
I don't even know if that thing flies. I didn't have enough time. There were people everywhere. They would look at me.
Don't worry, we
Yeah.
can take the airship afterwards.
But I
you,
did meet Minerva on the way. She's not looking too hot.
No, she's not. Did you happen to swing through that item shop on the way over here?
I would love to have done that. I don't know if I am allowed to do that.
Cause boy, could we all use MP right now?
Yeah, I don't have enough for that.
Me and Minerva could both benefit.
I think Minerva needs more than just some MP.
There might be a psychological wear that
Yeah, she's fine.
she's fine.
She's fine.
Pump that battery back full of mana and keep going.
Look, she
She's
spends
shaking
her
up
entire
worse.
she spends her whole fucking life acting like she's better than me.
Prove
Walk
it.
Walk the walk.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
This
she used
is-
to live below me in the dorm room. She's been through worse.
I think we're
I just heard Summer say she's been through worse, and I just automatically assume Summer says something heinous.
She implied that living below Peleus in the dorm rooms would have been bad.
Amazing. Okay. Potty, what are your actions?
We were talking about if I was able to go through an item shop on the way and get some additional item points.
So where have you been, Flink? Looting.
I would let you declare it with a Fabula point. It's not quite the correct usage of a Fabula point, but I think that I am okay with that in this context.
I did say that I was on the airship as well, but that's besides the point.
Well, you could have literally been looting from the airship, right? Like this. I will let you spend a Fabula point to declare it. I won't give it to you for free, though.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
A Fabula point. Would love to. More Fabula points. Just how much do I get?
I'm gonna say you regain 4 because obviously it's not like you're not gonna get everything.
That's a lot. Alright, I can provide something now.
Okay, so what's happening?
I am going to go first. I'm going to guard Peleus.
Okay.
I was going to encourage Silex.
You can give me
okay.
the same effect in a lot of ways.
Uh,
Or you can hit him. Like
My ability to hit now that I'm poisoned is basically nil. Like I need to max roll to have any shot. So I'm going to be much more effective as a meaty blob, and my ability to continue attacking mentally is growing worse and worse with every passing round.
Do you have a tonic?
well, I
So
mean,
you want me to do this?
I was gonna say one of us could also try and tonic Silex.
I can tonic, but giving me resistance to damage and just taking
Anyway,
stuff.
I
Just
need
let it
to
go.
be attacking. That's pretty much the only
Okay.
acceptable thing for me to do with my turn ever right now.
Gawain puts more rounds on target, 16
Times 2.
16 fire damage.
I was going to say, any chance I could encourage before you attack, but It's a bit
He
late now.
doesn't need it. Like, he doesn't
No,
give a shit.
I don't need it. Like, genuinely, I think fixing Silex is much more important than buffing
Alright.
me. I'm good. I need to just be alive, and we'll be fine right now.
Excellent. So, it no longer is dealing with the terrible issues of the time magic gripped on it, as we're now one round in. It is going to use a vicious bite on Flink, having been disrupted in its previous assault.
God.
It being tall enough to reach up to the rooftops. Obviously, you know, you're using a significant amounts of cover to protect yourself, but it's still as tall as the rooftop. That is a 12 to hit.
That hits.
I
It
drive a
hits.
fist into the ground, sending a geyser of fire to protect Flink.
Excellent. The geyser of fire just makes it flick away just enough that Flink can dodge out of the way. Okay, Flink, Peleus, you're up.
I am going to encourage Silex.
Excellent. The extra initiative will happen. It is going to whip its tail, and from its body will erupt forth a poison mote.
Oh, that's not good.
This one's apparently brave. That's
It better be brave.
so the poison mote will not be acting this turn. So that acted. That's there. Flink, you're up.
All right. Does anybody need something? I brought elixirs, remedies, whatever. you
So
need.
here's my thinking. I'm poisoned. I can just, if they go to like devour or hit you, I can just keep blocking it and just absorb poison status because it's not hurting me. It's just making it so I can't hit. And even if I'm at maximum potential, I have a very poor chance of hitting. Whereas Gawain can hit easily. I can
So-
keep you guys safe
You
until
do the second most damage. That's the situation. Is that right now doubling your damage is like huge for us. I see where you're coming from though. The other options, Flink, with would be elixirs on any of us, and maybe including Minerva. I'm not sure.
If Minerva is around, if Minerva can help.
Minerva doesn't have the mind. Like, it's not even
Okay,
like
she's
MP.
done.
Her brain
She's
is
done.
cooked, right?
Good. All right. Cool.
If you need an elixir right now, I can provide you, or at any point. I'm ready to go.
One of the two of us needs one because we don't have access to Crossfire right now. So either you or me needs to have.
I don't have.
elixir.
Yeah, I don't have.
yeah,
it as
you
well.
guys should
Does
keep
you?
that up. That's important.
So you could chug an elixir, and that would give you access to Crossfire.
I think I just misplanned everything. I should shoot right now because I was guarding. Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. I need to shoot. I
Just
can
on the
do
back
this next
burner.
turn.
That's next turn plan, yeah.
Right. Let's throw this thing then, and miss probably.
That's an 8 to hit, which is a miss.
We can't miss right now.
Okay, what you're re-rolling? Are you trying to be like, oh, I am the like supreme ninja right now? I just did a whole bunch of ninja stuff. This is how I'm.
No, I'm not being Supreme Ninja. I'm
Okay.
facing a giant poison Tyrannosaurus Rex thingy. I'm scared to no end. But
Okay.
my so-called teammates think that we can take this thing on. So I better assist them in any way possible.
Excellent.
Take this point.
Okay, re-roll it. It's 10 to hit. That's still a miss.
That's still a miss. I can't do this again. Taking the Hawkeye off, then take the normal kunai. And that,
That's
of
a
course,
hit.
hits. Yeah, of course it does.
4 physical damage. 14 with 4 physical damage impacts the target. It is now the Hungry Direxus's action. The Hungry Direxus will use its poison breath.
No.
Silex Peleus Gawain.
Damn it.
Unsubscribe.
Hmm.
It's a
Oh,
10 to
thank
hit.
Oh, thank God.
I get hit.
That's magic, right?
That is magic.
You're being guarded, so
That
it's
magic.
ranged.
It's
right?
not ranged, it's magic, which is separate. It targets individually. That means that it would target Peleus. Guarding doesn't work. Guarding only works against melee.
And I already used my protect on
You
Flink
already
this
used your
round.
protect.
so I can't save you from this one.
No.
Pelias, you take
Okay.
20 damage.
Pelias can literally eat another one. It's fine.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true.
HP
Okay.
is a resource. We're
It
gonna
is.
win at like 1 HP over here.
The Brave Poison Mote does not act because it was only torn into creation on this round. So it is the party's actions.
I should eat my thing right now.
Okay.
Get the elixir before something bad happens.
Okay, you recover 50 MP. That is your action. The Brave Poison Mote will immediately attempt to engulf Gawain. 8 to
Alright,
hit.
fine. It
That
misses.
is a miss. All right, Silex, Pelias, Gawain. Who's up?
If Lag tries to attack you, just say no. Legally, he can't do it.
All right.
You can't do anything about it.
Because I have guard up. I'm gonna keep waiting.
I can attack multiple targets now, can't I?
You can
can.
attack multiple targets.
So
Nice.
I'm attacking.
Multi-bonk.
Excellent. Roll your attack. And this is fire damage. That's 12 to hit. That is a miss on the Direxus, but it is a hit on the Poison Mote.
Can I try again on the Direxus on the guys that I am in hero mode?
You would have to reroll both.
Mhm.
Oh,
I know,
just-
What's
right?
what's
take
his
it.
AC again?
14.
Yeah,
13?
14.
Oh, 14.
yeah, I don't have enough on affection bonds for anybody.
Yeah.
Apologies.
I think you take the hit, right? Like you don't
Yeah.
gamble.
I'll leave it as that.
Very well. The
I mean-
Brave Poison Mote will take. It is weak to fire
24.
though, so it does
Yeah.
take 24 damage. It is in crisis. It is heavily injured. That is Pelias's action complete. The Hungry Direxus will take its action, and it will use its poison flick, targeting Flink and Silex.
Which one was that? Is that the one I need to...
That is the
that-
ranged attack.
that's
That is
the
a
ranged
14 to hit.
me and who?
Silex
It's me.
and Flink. It
I
whips its tail around,
guess I'll deflect it.
spraying poison everywhere.
It's fine. I'll deflect it.
Is
Okay.
Silex
Excellent.
vulnerable to poison?
No, nobody is vulnerable
that's
to poison.
just the moat thing. Okay.
That is just the mote's engulf. Nobody is
Okay.
engulfed.
In fact, I resist it at the moment.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But that
Oh.
was its action. Flink, you deleted its ability to do that by spending 19 MP.
19 points. Yep.
Silex, Gawain, your actions are up.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll that based on.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yep. That's
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a fumble.
All right. Cool.
That's
I
a
fumbled,
fumble.
and that's fine.
You get a
I
fabulous
have
point.
one. I got 1 point. I spent 3 to
You
get
spent
1.
3. You gained 1. Also, the enemy now has an opportunity.
Yeah. Super great.
Okay. Good. Good.
A
good.
great turn from me, dog.
Nice. Nice. That was rough. But hey, the XP is going to be great.
Hell yeah.
You have to survive. I think.
Yeah,
to collect
it's true.
experience.
It's true. Okay, so the Direxus is going to target Silex with a vicious bite. Crunching into Silex with a 23.
All right, so it's a hit,
It's
but
22, and it
I
is
take 11, and then it's -2 because of my defensive mastery, so I only
Yes.
take 9.
yes, exactly.
So I go down to 37. Still not in crisis.
That is so much defense. That is ridiculous. Man takes a hit. Man takes an attack of 23, a hit of 22, and it's just like, it's not that big a deal. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
See, if I'd been guarding from the very beginning, I would have taken much less damage.
Yeah, but such is the way of things. Silex, it is your turn.
Okay, we lose guard. All right, party. Do I take the tonic, fix up my my might here, or do I just keep guarding?
I think guarding is good.
I think like both are valid choices. You would note that the anxious soldier and is handling equipment as instructed, and is probably going to try something at the end of their turn. What that is, I don't know yet.
We'll find out.
I trust them.
Yeah.
Of all the soldiers, anxious soldiers got me.
Look, it's Minerva's dudes. They got us.
They've seen us before.
Yeah, Peleus is in crisis. I'm going to continue guarding Peleus. Because I can't do anything else if I'm guarding, right?
Yeah, guarding is pretty much all you can do.
All right. Next.
Okay. The Hungry Derexus will have its day in court. And it... Oh man, it can't actually do that anymore. Okay, nice. Love that for you.
Good.
I think it's going to attempt a vicious bite on Peleus, which means obviously that it retargets the Silex. I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to beat up Silex. But like,
no, it's good. That's the plan.
Yeah,
so
that's
close.
what we want.
So close.
Okay. So a 14 against Peleus redirected to Silex with Silex is guarding, which means that you take half damage from that, and then you reduce it by 2, which means you take like 6.
So is it 6 or 5? Which way does it round? It rounds up, right?
Damage rounds down, so you halve it. So it goes from 15 to 7.5 to 7.
And then down
6,
to 5.
Yeah, there. You take 5 damage from
We're
that
officially
thing.
in crisis.
Okay. I mean, that's good for you though, right? Like that's...
I don't actually get benefit from being in crisis. I could later, but not right now. This is the first time I've been in crisis.
It's rare for you. Okay, so it is now the end of the turn order. Anxious Soldier is going to do as he was instructed previously and immediately just dumpster firebomb on this thing.
My king. Following
Flint,
orders.
I'm going to use something from your sheet. This isn't going to reduce your points though, so I just know it's on your sheet.
Nice.
This delivers 20 damage to the target.
3 damage.
My man!
Still standing.
Okay.
Keep firing, assholes.
It is still standing. The next turn order comes around. Party, time to act.
It's not in crisis. We're
It
fucked.
is not in crisis.
No, it's not. I'm in crisis. No, not really, but...
Gawain misses.
My god, dude. Alright, I'm gonna spend my fucking point. I'm so tired of this. I literally just have to roll average or better.
I know,
That's
it's
I've done the
horrifying.
math. It's literally average or better.
I
I was so hot all day, and now I can't even roll average.
It happens, and it's the worst of times for it to happen.
That's terrifying. Okay.
All right, I'm attacking them both.
It gets an action first.
All right.
So vicious bite directed at Flink this time. 15 to hit, 18 physical damage.
Guess what? Get down, Mr. President. Another fire geyser.
Hell yeah! Do you just wait? Does this?
This is my my protect action,
Okay.
not guard.
But protect does mean it's retargeted against you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're resolved.
No. Yes.
Wait.
Hang on.
My understanding was protection was an intercept.
Yeah,
you may
yeah.
take that place.
Yeah. So I'm taking 7 damage.
Yes, it's all getting resolved against you.
So
okay.
that goes down to
Party actions.
All right, I'm attacking both of them.
Excellent. Peleus 10 to hit. That will hit the moat. Will not hit the Direxus.
It's worth it because I think it might take the moat down a bit.
the
Yeah,
moat
you'll
should
probably
be
kill
dead.
the moat.
It will
Yeah.
almost certainly kill the moat. Because you're doing fire damage, so
Yeah.
the moat is dead. You are no longer at risk from that. You also knock it off the initiative list, which means I have less actions to take.
Which is always good.
Right, Peleus axed it. We got the extra initiative, the second extra initiative of the Direxus, which will attempt. Maybe I should attempt the poison breath again. Like that's feeling pretty good.
You think so?
Peleus and Gawain, but Actually, no, probably also Silex. You three, enjoy some poison breath. It's 22 hit, 26 poison damage.
Oh, that's not the range attack.
All right.
That's not ranged attacks.
I think that one's just going to hit me. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it is going to hit all of us.
That takes me down to 0 health.
Well, that's unfortunate.
All right. Well, I'm going to take 13, 11.
I'm at 1.
Ugh.
Peleus, now you're at 0. You have surrendered.
Mm.
So you gain 2 Fabula points, and you will recover your crisis score in the next scene, but not this one. However, you are down for the count.
Right.
And I may impose a narrative consequence for that occurring.
Okay.
Well, things are going well.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Okay, we should maybe change our strategy.
maybe I was wrong, but maybe we would have just watched the village explode if we had done nothing. So,
I mean, the simple fact is, if you'd have just left this and run away, it would have ravaged what was left of the village to nothing.
yeah,
Their home would have been destroyed.
gotta do something.
You know, losing is built into this this
It
system.
is built into it. You are fighting something that you weren't meant to fight. I want to be really clear about that. Like, it was not intentional that you would fight this. I don't know why you're fighting it. I had a plan. You're just doing what you do. Flink, Silex, you're up.
I just explained why we're fighting it, because it would have killed everything.
Okay.
To be clear, the people you got to the shelter will almost certainly be fine. I'm not going to take that away from you.
Maybe
But-
we should have just not cared.
The village itself would most certainly be damaged beyond use.
Okay. I should probably. Oh no, I don't have it costs 3 inventory points. Well, I cannot heal myself. So,
You can make a request of the anxious soldier.
no, I think it is we hope for the best here. Hang on. What does the tonic do? It just cures the status. If I want to hit this guy, the tonic is almost mandatory, but the tonic is my turn.
I'd be like, can you spend Fabula points at this point to be able to get us all to escape? And take Minerva with us. We'll sacrifice the anxious soldier.
I don't think we can do that. What do you think, guys? Do I tonic and try to be able to hit later, or just start hitting now and hope we can do something?
I mean, if you feel like you have to basically crit to hit him, then there's no difference.
Because if I...
I guess the damage.
Because the max roll here is 16
Okay.
for me,
Yeah.
which I have
I'm
3 rolls to hit him.
Yeah. I mean, and that's not gonna matter if we're being real. So, we're kind of in a situation with no good options.
No.
How about we change strategy and do something like lure it to the airship
Okay.
and then blow the airship up?
I'm following you.
The airship's got loads of villagers on it,
Can we do that?
We can do something.
Do something.
So certainly the airship would have a store of power. It could probably be... Actually, you know what? I should make you spend a Fabula point if you want that. I don't know why I'm trying to give you shit for free. This costs resources. Spend your resources.
Yeah, of course it does.
So, Flink, having been on the airship, do you have a plan? Would you like to enact a plan?
I mean, I know the model. That's a typical... I've been on that kind of ship multiple times.
Very
Yes,
recently,
certainly.
perhaps.
Just need to get there, and we need to get the soldiers off, and we need to get Minerva out of the way, and we need to maybe make sure that they are not going to put us all in jail for this. Not again.
I mean, step 1 is Silex grabs Peleus and runs, and step 2 is Flink and I drag the thing away, right?
Yeah, Silex needs to get off. Yeah, I don't think he will run after anyone else right now.
So wait, so you want me to run out of combat? Because I should be the bait.
As long as you can be.
Sure, whatever. Whatever we want to do, just tell me what to do, guys.
You should take Peleus. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm going with Silex.
Okay.
All right, the scuffed solution.
Okay, so your goal is instead to, like, run this thing out to the airship. I believe somebody was spending a Fabula point to make that airship detonatable.
That is
and-
my Fabula
okay.
point for sure.
Okay, you're spending that at Fabula
Yeah,
point.
my idea,
That
my
is marked
Fabula
and
point.
spent. Excellent. So, in that case, it's your action. So we're going to turn over, and instead of we're going to move out of combat, but I'm prepared to move back into combat based on various circumstances. So let's see how we're going to handle this. Silex, you were the one trying to be the bait, right?
Yep. I'm the big fiery thing for him to follow.
Okay. What actions are you going to make pursuant to that? Like, tell me how this works.
So with it, Peleus getting down, the breath comes out. I slam my my hands together and make a huge geyser of fire pour from my my chest. Start shouting at it. I'm sure it can't understand me. Hey, ugly! Follow me! And just turn around and run towards the airship, trying to like make fire, like shoot fire at it that's harmless, but enough to get its attention.
So roll me insight plus insight to try and get it to run you down.
Okay, insight.
And to be clear, depending on how this goes, you may have it chase you and make an attack against you. You may have it chase you and fail to make an attack against you, or you may have it just completely ignore you if it goes badly enough.
Here we go.
No pressure.
That is an 8. It will definitely chase you, but it's also going to try and eat you at the same time.
Indeed.
Obviously, you could spend some Fabula points and try and re-roll that.
I think we probably have to. Because
I don't think you could take an attack.
No. I can't leave it up to chance. We're definitely expending.
I'm going to say you don't need much more, but you do need some more.
Yeah. And obviously, we're invoking Origin Kumuhanua. We are
Understandable.
trying desperately to save home.
You're trying to save your home, absolutely.
Do this again. Roll check.
That's even worse. I mean, you can keep spending Fabula points on it.
I got the bank. We're doing it until this goes. It has to happen here. There's 2. I should probably have just spent them in the chat, but I'm noting
That's
it on my
fine. No,
sheet.
I trust you.
Come on.
That's 10. A 10 is just enough to avoid the attack for now. The Hungry Direxus is chasing you down, Silex, as you sprint towards it, like magma and fire dripping from you as you run towards the airship. Now, the airship does have some soldiers on it. If you guys are planning on blowing that up, you need to do something about that.
Yeah, that's my job. I would like to pass remedy to Silex as I run past him and try to warn the soldiers to get out of there. If they don't want to blow up.
You're not going to get a chance to do both if you're sprinting through.
Well, I need to give the remedy first, I guess. We can't have Silex
I mean,
be down for that.
Fundamentally, if they see the Direxus coming and they stay on the ship.
Yeah, I mean, they could. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think healing you is more important.
Okay.
Okay, so you get me the remedy. Do I take this now or?
This is done
guess I do.
immediately.
Yeah.
You regain 50 hit points. Also, you're no longer guarded, by the way.
Yes. Right. Thank you.
Flink is keeping along, jumping rooftop to rooftop, hurls this remedy down to you. It splatters on your broken flesh and recovers some of it.
That is almost a full heal.
Most of it. Yeah, you got 50 hit points. That's fair. All right, Gawain, Peleus. Peleus, you are unconscious. This is still the same scene. It's just transitioned. What is occurring?
I mean, I think I'm going to take Peleus and Minerva and like probably with the help of the soldier.
Yeah.
My goal is to get them. I want to get them down below. I want to get them to the reservoir.
Okay, so you are going to the reserve area to try and get them into
I want to get them to
Okay.
safety, but on top of that, I was kind of thinking that getting Peleus there specifically might be good.
Okay. I mean, Peleus is definitely in bad shape. That poison was vicious. So that might help. Okay, so you start making your way that way. However, I think everything resolved with you. As you start heading off, as Minerva hears about this instructions, she is going to say something like, it's clear she's struggling mentally, but she's going to say something about needing to give instructions to her men on the airship and tell the soldier to take her to the airship instead.
I don't think I can stop them, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna let it happen.
Okay. So, Gawain, Peleus, you are ostensibly like safe for now, and I think that for you guys, your resolution is not as time critical as the resolution for everything
Yeah.
else.
I
Cool.
care so much more about their plot now. But we have one. We're literally sharing a single health point between us. So
Yeah, like I get it. Okay, so Flink, Silex, you are sprinting your way towards the ship. Flink, you haven't been able to get to the ship yet because you had to slow down to protect Silex, right? To give him that remedy, right? You could just sprint off to the airship and start instructing them. Flink, you also see heading towards the airship, though by a more direct route than Silex, is Minerva and the anxious soldier. You can see at this point the anxious soldier has just abandoned his gun and is literally just piggyback carrying Minerva. Her staff being left broken in the ground behind her.
Well, we should make sure that we are not crossing their path
Okay.
in order to not get the dinosaur, the Direxus, distracted.
Give me a
Okay.
direction. I don't know.
Well, I can see the airship from here. We should go that way.
Aren't they going to cut us off though?
Are they?
They're going via the most direct route, and I assume Silex is taking a slightly more circuitous route because they wanted to buy time.
Yes.
Well, I could try to stop them. I don't know if that's a good plan.
To try and stop the Minerva Tass and the
Minerva-
soldier getting
well,
towards the ship.
I mean,
I know
just
what-
get to the ship. You'll meet them there.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's just go to the ship.
Try to get the battery out of the ship in a position to perhaps be launched instead of having to detonate it by hand on the ship.
Yeah, that would still take some time. Safety precautions.
Okay. So that's your goal, Flink. If that's your goal to get to the airship, roll me, I'm guessing. So, first of all, you're going to have to get to the airship. You can just do that. Second of all, you're going to have to convince the soldiers there to let you take away their only means of escape.
Oh boy, well, I'm great at this.
Explain how you're doing that. Like that, you could potentially just try to ignore them and break into the ship and steal their thing, or you could try and explain to them what's happening.
Yeah, no, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to tell them. There's a giant Direxus on the way here right now, if you haven't noticed. We are getting it over here, and I'm going to blow this ship up. And if you want to stay here, you can stay here. I'm doing this. I'm going to try to save us all. You should get out of here.
I think at this point, it's willpower plus willpower to essentially convey your character's resolve.
Willpower, that's a check.
Yes.
Take my willpower.
That is a 7, which would not be good enough.
Why does it say failure immediately? I don't like that.
Yeah, it does say failure. It says difficulty 10, failure.
That is so sad.
It is sad.
I'm being super courageous right now. I'm going to spend my very last Ultima point. No, Fabula
Spend
point.
your last Fabula point.
Yeah.
I really hope this works.
I really hope this
genuinely
works,
to a point and
please.
becomes a villain.
Oh, it's because I wrote down a difficulty here. I'm going to delete this. Oh boy, pray for me.
Yes!
Yes!
That's a critical!
Oh, it's a crit. You gain an opportunity. So,
Yes.
clearly swayed by your clear intentionality, your capability, you sway hearts and minds with this, and the soldiers who would otherwise be concerned are immediately like, oh, okay. And they start instructing soldiers to, start moving civilians away from the airship. They start trying to haul out the major battery for the airship. It takes at least a couple men to carry, but they are like, because of the dangers involved in these things, they're actually designed to be able to be like removed quickly, right? Because sometimes you, in an emergency, need to get that thing off the ship or quickly replace it, right? As a part of logistics aspect.
Yeah, sure.
Especially on
that.
military
Good.
airships, right? Which this is. So you are able to collectively haul this out, and you instruct them to place it down. Silex, during this time, you need to just buy time. How is your character buying time?
I know every street. I know every house. I have grew up here. I have gone on patrol here. I know every way to keep this thing following me. It can still see me, but stay one step ahead of it.
Okay, because you're invoking a heavy amount of your background here, I'm going to say that you are successful in achieving this without being attacked. However, it does cost you some overground buildings as they are smashed out of the way of the Direxus in its absolute fury, just slinging splinters and poison over the ground. Though perhaps a small price to pay for saving the village as a whole.
Exactly. That's fine.
Flink, Minerva Tass arrives to your area as you're setting this up. She is, having been carried by the anxious soldier, has nonetheless regained some amount of consciousness. She is somewhat aware, and she will ask you as you're setting this up and be like, "So tell me, what are you planning?"
God, Minerva, I saw you from a distance. What are you doing here? Get out of here. You're clearly not in a state to do anything. We're going to blow this thing up, and you need to be gone with your soldiers.
Okay, I've got it. Clear the area.
Well, that was easy.
Nice.
She, however, is not leaving.
I respect that, but lady, you should get out of here. You are in no state to fight here anymore. I can blow this thing up. I know how to deal with this.
She downs another elixir.
She doing drugs.
Like, and you can literally
down Minerva.
see.
Second health bar.
You can literally see her like waver as this mana is just like pulled into existence, and you can practically feel it. And then say, "You blow it up. I'll make sure it stays there."
Yeah, I'm not going to stop this lady.
You shouldn't. She's incredibly competent.
Yeah.
Okay, so Silence, this is probably about the time you need to start dragging it over there.
I've run out of places to go. I have to
you've
be
run
going
out.
there.
You have to be. There is nothing left. So at this point, you are rolling to. I think dexterity plus dexterity is going to be appropriate, because at this point you are rolling just to physically like not get bitten, right?
Yep. Absolutely. Roll check.
It's going to be quite
Dex.
difficult though, because you need to
Dex.
basically sprint this out over open ground.
What I get?
That is a 6. Unless you do something about that, there is an incoming attack for you.
Is that just a bite?
I can stomach an incoming attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can deal with that.
In that case, the vicious bite clamps down upon you, tearing chunks out of you. You can literally feel it tearing apart this like earthen magma armor that you have around you, as you know, a spill of blood and lava pours out of your back, but it hasn't maintained a grasp upon you.
All right. 18 damage.
You manage to pull it into position. Flink, you start the like detonation sequence. What do you think would be rolled to make that perfectly timed?
That should probably be an inside dexterity roll, like part
Excellent.
of it is.
Okay, roll it for me.
I'm going to use my opportunity here,
Okay.
which is going to be advantage, a +4 bonus on the next roll.
Excellent. That makes perfect sense.
And that was probably a wise decision.
That's a 9 plus 4, so that's a total of 13. You make a high quality success. You get the timing down pretty good. The Direxus is charging over. Silex is in front of it. As Silex, you see Minerva Tass standing like between the airship and the location, that there's some mechanical object on the ground. You have enough knowledge about what is happening to guess that mechanical object is probably the battery, and I assume you run straight past it.
Yep.
Minerva Tass is watching you, and you feel things distort. Like, you feel reality distort and almost slow down, and you feel like you're moving at the same standard acceleration of speed, but the world is slowing down, and it's almost confusing. You find yourself sprinting forwards at a disquieting pace and almost tumbling past Minerva. As this happens, she pulls mana out of existence and grapples this around the legs of the Direxus, forcing it to tumble forwards onto the bomb, and boom, Flink, it detonates, carving a massive hole in the Direxus, the ground, opening up the ground so deep that you can see the caverns below Silex, and all three of you are thrown several meters away.
Let's hope there was nothing important down there.
I hope so too. Gawain, Peleus, you hear a massive detonation. Hope that works out for them. The Direxus is dead.
It shouldn't die. God.
Minerva Tass is not standing and is not getting up.
I don't like that.
Peleus lays unconscious with Gawain in the reservoir. Silex, the fire sheds from your body, returning you to the form that you were.
I fall unconscious.
Silex passes out.
I'm gonna check on Minerva.
As you go to check on Minerva, as everyone passes out, I think that's a perfect closing point of the session. We'll call it there.
No, it's not.
Oh.
My poor heart.
Oh, Minerva! You better be well.
You saved Honua. As destroyed and broken as it is, it's potentially recoverable from here. The airship is destroyed, so there will be no way to track Dr. Koei. But you saved a lot of lives here.
Mission complete? Save Komu Hanwa?
Potentially.
But at what cost?
At what cost?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, my heart.
My poor heart, yes.
I'm like, Minerva!
Ooh.
Oh,
Guys
man.
had fun?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I have 0 Fabula points.
This was good. This was very good.
Oh, it's epic.
We spent a lot of Fabula points.
I probably miscounted.
I mean, probably. This is why I told somebody else to track it, right? I was just
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm just not dealing with that shit, right?
I
Yeah.
don't think I've counted correctly because I had 13 from Fabula points and 3 from Ultima points.
I'm up to 15 Fabula points. But I'm
So
not
I
sure.
probably missed a couple.
Yeah, we need to go through them.
I think
However,
I have 19 written down.
19 sounds about right,
All right.
Yeah.
honestly, which is kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Remember, Ultima points are counted separately because they are
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
equivalent
That's
of
separate.
4 Fabula points in this instance. I'm excited to see where we go from here because I
Yep.
don't know. Like, I've laid out a couple things. I don't know where we're going from here. I don't know if Minerva Tass is dead or not. I don't know what state Silex is in mentally or emotionally. Flink is the only one who wasn't like severely injured in all of that. And there is now a grounded airship, and there is almost probably no way to get like another airship energy cask in here again. So we'll see how that goes next time. For now, however, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time to raid out. Right? We got people and places to see and do. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, please have a wonderful day. We'll see you later, and please enjoy your time at camps. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.